everybody. Welcome to Eden+Fractal, number 42, the 42nd meeting. It's awesome to be here with everybody. Thanks all for watching, and thanks everybody for joining the meeting. We've been having some very interesting discussions that, well, I won't get into all of it because we got to go into the breakout rooms, and something we're at the top of the hour right now. So we're going to go in as soon as possible, basically. I'm just going to share a quick presentation to just show a recap of what we've done in the past week or two. Really cool stuff, and also the topics on the agenda, and a little bit about the Pomelo grant collection for people who are building with Eden+Fractal, for Eden+Fractal community members. That might be a topic that we can do a second pitch session today if people vote for it. I encourage, I don't know, I just put up a couple polls just a little while ago, and I see there's one vote so far, so, and nobody else made a poll. So if anybody wants to vote on those to determine the topic or make a proposal, then feel free. I'll go into the presentation now. First, does anybody want to say hello or any quick words first? I encourage if you do. And if not, that's good too.
I'll just say hello.
Hello, Joe. And hey, Sebastian. Yeah, we were having great discussions before. Sebastian was also talking about, well, all sorts of good stuff, but thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll go into the presentation now. Yeah, so this is while I'm here actually for the Agendas games that we have going. We have two, you gotta scroll down because we haven't deleted the other ones yet, but the two topics on the agenda are Eden+Fractal Pomelo Pitch Session, same thing as last week basically, but some people didn't get the chance to share theirs last week, and also people who did. It's really important to raise funding for people in the community. So if anybody wants to share theirs again or share a different one or anything like that, then that can be an opportunity there. So far, that's the leading topic. And I also just remade the one for creating an Eden+Fractal participant agreement. So we can discuss both those, or if anybody makes any other ones, I suppose before the next hour. Edenfractal.com/videos. I just, the previous videos have been up, and people can always see the videos, by the way, within a week that they're released in Lenny's recaps. Lenny always publishes them there. But then I also just put extra work into the show notes. And it took me a little while to make show notes here because I wanted to write a really good story about Firmament that we had from Tadas's presentation. So I put that together a bit. The 41st meeting, the show notes, we talked about Aqueduct. Douglas introduced it. It's a new fractal collective using Eden+Fractal consensus games. And we also discussed spirituality and held the first Eden+Fractal Pomelo Pitch Session. These show notes will be coming soon with some highlights over here. And then the 40th meeting, you can now check out the full show notes. I might add some more stories later, but I wrote a pretty detailed story about Firmament because I think this can be super helpful, and I'm really grateful for Tadas's presentation that he shared here. So I encourage everybody to check that out and share with friends. And then you can also check out some other topics there, but just wanted to show you all that and encourage everybody to share these meetings because it's really helpful. Also, the Eden+Fractal grant collection, or Pomelo grant collection, I announced this last week, and there's 15 grants in here from great builders in the community. So I encourage everybody to support great builders in the Eden+Fractal grant collection. I should go slower as I scroll actually so everybody can take a look at all these great builders. Thanks everybody so much for doing all the awesome work. And I encourage everybody to go to pomelo.io/collections/Eden+Fractal to learn more about all of these and support your fellow builders. I also put a tweet too, and appreciate some retweets to help spread the word about what we're doing in the Pomelo Grants collection or Eden+Fractal community. And I also put one out for Eden creators too. I've been doing a lot of work volunteering nonstop basically to help raise funding for this community and help this community succeed as much as possible. So I would very much appreciate support. The last day for Pomelo is it's like 17 hours left. So please go to pomelo.io and fund people in the Eden+Fractal community. And these is profoundly helpful. We're doing condensed games. So thanks so much, everybody. Also, Rosemary and I did a Fractal Apple episode yesterday about telepublic goods where we supported people and promoted the Eden+Fractal Pomelo collection and people building great stuff in the EOS community, and also sang Irish songs. So we'll share, I mean, you can watch the full episode. We have a cool trailer here. It was super fun. We played music. So I think this is a great way to promote what we're doing here in Eden and also creating public goods in general. So I encourage everybody to retweet and watch from Rosemary's Twitter account and mine and the Eden creators and Pomelo. You can also watch the full video and see lots of talk. Pretty much everybody here, we talked about their Pomelo grants. So you can skip around too because it's quite long. We had a good time. Lastly, we're 4 minutes over, so I'll just wrap it up. Actually, there is no lastly. We can add to agendas now, and those are the two topics in the agenda still. So that's that. Thank you everybody for listening. if anyone wants to share any last words before we go into the breakout rooms, then feel free. That would be cool. Also, welcome Vlad too. Great to have you here as always. And I will. Oh yeah, and thanks everybody for everybody who's donated so far to all the great grants out there in the Eden+Fractal collection. Thanks for donating to the Eden Creators Pomelo Grant. And I know a lot of people have donated to Nova Crypto and Community Stories and the Spanish Speaking Fractal and Albedo and the recaps and many others too that aren't here and Evgeny's grant. So really appreciate that so far. Thanks so much, everybody. And with that, I can go into the breakout rooms, or I can open the breakout rooms rather. Whew, there's a lot of speaking. Okay, we have 10 people right now, so 2 rooms of 5. And now they're now open. So hope everybody enjoys. Oh, and one other thing. I know it's kind of late, but I'm still going to get my Pomelo grants out there. I haven't had time, but I'm going to do that after the meeting. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Dan.
How y'all doing? And would anybody like
Yeah,
to lead?
hello.
Hey, Patrick. Good to see you. Yeah, I was just asking. Oh, I don't know if you're going to say there's something, Lenny. Go ahead if you were. But I was going to ask if anybody wants to lead the conversation or like guide, moderate the room. I'm happy to do so if you'd like. But if anybody else wants to, that would be cool as well.
Can you say, but I intend to just sit back and relax and listen to you guys because I've been flat out and I still am slowly digging myself out of my hole. Anyway, go ahead. Anyway.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, I hope you can dig yourself out of your hole and enjoy it while you're doing it and catch up and everything. And thanks for being here and listening and all you're doing. Hey, Tadas.
Hello, Tadas.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Loud and
fine.
clear. So, how should we proceed? First off, I didn't hear any mention or any response to my question. If anybody else wanted to lead or moderate, does anybody want to, or should I do it?
Probably you should do it. Yeah,
Okay.
I will.
Rosemary.
Now I'm getting good at it because of the last 2 times I've been.
Yeah, you are tired now. So let's do the dog. Let's go to the dog.
Sounds good. Although she has had 2 weeks to rest though too, so I don't think she'd be too tired from because you moderated last 2 weeks in Eden Fractal. Is that what you meant there? I know you did 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to do it now,
What time to rest?
Oh well, Patrick was saying you're tired from doing it for the past 2 weeks, so let's go to the dog. But I was saying you've had 2 weeks to rest and so forth after you did it. So if you want to do it, that would be cool. I've been talking quite a bit, and it would be nice if you want to do it.
Okay.
Up to you though. Of course,
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy to do
get
it.
I
Don't
get
want
the
it.
hint. It's
Up
okay.
to you.
Let's move. Okay, I can do it. It's okay.
Ah, okay.
It's not hard. It's actually funny.
Take it easy. That's very easy.
Yeah.
I enjoy to see your episode, Dan and Rosemary, where you were singing. I discovered that at the last minute into the Telegram chat, coming episode 40, 41, the music all at the same time. So I appreciate if we can have the episode published with Lenny and me stated many times. If we can have the episode of this Eden+Fractal at least every Monday, that would be nice, the publishing of an episode, not
Yes.
to have 2 episodes in a row at the last fast at the beginning of this Eden+Fractal, you receive the episodes. But I will listen to them and watch them, but I will appreciate if that could be published. But you know what I mean, Dan?
Yes.
We have already.
Yes, we've
Sorry
discussed this.
Sorry
No,
to say again.
no need to be sorry. Thank you for the feedback. And it's actually a good opportunity to be clear because I also want to release the episodes as soon as possible too. And I have been after we discussed this. I think it was you, Patrick, and me and Lenny. We discussed this, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, that some of them were taking more than 2 weeks to share. And to be clear, every video from Eden+Fractal is published by the Monday of the following week. And they're always published in Lenny's recaps. So I sometimes hold off and wait because I want to make the show notes better. And I can also see how if you hadn't checked the Telegram
And there was
messages,
Pomelo.
then you see all
Pomelo,
these
you are an
together. So maybe that is overwhelming. So my apologies if that's
and you have an
overwhelming.
excuse because there is Pomelo.
It was Pomelo, yeah, yeah. We were working a lot on that.
I have not checked the contribution to Eden+Fractal, but was great. I have not checked it now, but have you received enough, or what is the status? How many contributors have you received? Contribution.
Well, I mean, first off, we should probably get to the contributions at some point soon. But well, Eden+Fractal, I don't know. I mean, there's 15 different grants there, and people have varying amounts there for Eden creators, if that's what you're asking about. I've received, I don't know, 25 or something, but I have to recheck. I haven't really had a chance to check it. By the way, thanks, Lenny, for confirming you received it Monday morning and posting the recap late Tuesday. So yeah, I encourage everybody to check out the videos there if you want to see them sooner. And also, when I raise more funding, then I can publish videos much sooner. But I'm just doing as best as I can right now to be able to put this stuff out and share it and make it as helpful as possible. And I apologize if it's not as it could certainly be quicker and better. So I'll be working towards that in the future, for sure. And helping to raise more funding will help with that a lot as well. But thanks, Patrick. I really appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, I will donate again, but I will not exaggerate. I have given 50 or so. I will not be seen like the guy giving carrots.
Well, carrots are good too, but I see what you mean. But yeah, and also I'll just put out one thing too. I'm certainly going to donate to your grant too, Patrick. Everybody's here. I was up late last night. I didn't get the chance to actually do it, so I'm going to do it as soon as possible after the meeting.
No problem.
Same here.
And Rosemary, thank you for your grant. Nice. Okay, so good luck on Pomelo. That's fast finish already. The donation seems to be.
Yeah. Tomorrow is the last pitch session. Actually.
You do, okay.
I'm gonna do it. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Cool.
Now, what do you mean?
I actually had like a mini question to you, Patrick. Did you celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, by the way, I am celebrating St. Patrick every day.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I celebrate a lot the St. Patrick in Switzerland. Yeah, we have a pub, Irish pub. I go there, I sing. I am recording a new song, by the way. It's coming in a couple of days. I have made 2 songs.
In Irish?
In Irish. No, with my English of Swiss co. And I am doing an interpretation. I don't say nothing. You will see. You will see.
Okay. Thanks. Sounds good.
It's not polite it's not polite to eat during a breakout room.
Okay, sorry. Okay. It's just a goji berry. And goji berry is just, it's allowed, I think.
By the way, it's recorded. Okay.
Oh, that one is recorded.
Yes, sure. You have done enjoying. You can be sure it's recorded. Yeah. Otherwise, that's never
eating. I don't think I was eating the last 2 times, just for the record. Okay.
Okay.
And I forgot that this one is recorded.
No problem.
No problem. Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay. All good. All right. So let's start with the round robin. Should I be the person to nominate who goes first?
You're the moderator. You can do it as you like, or you can ask if anybody wants to go first. That's what I would do. I'd ask if anyone wants to go first.
Okay. Does anyone wants to go first, by any chance? Patrick?
Okay, let's go first. That will be very short.
Okay.
Okay. So I have just finished all my videos for Antelope Swiss Workshop 19. Today I am editing finally all those videos. I have Tadas here. I have Vlad interview. I have Dance Enjoy with Vlad interview for an Eden+Fractal update number 5. That was for a Firmament interview. I was very happy because now I have understood what is Firmament. That was an Eureka moment. I have also interviewed Martin Breuer of EOS Nation for a Pomelo astronaut. And by the way, I am a Pomelo astronaut now on Pomelo. I'm very happy. I have my banner Moonbase on Pomelo, and I have my Pomelo astronaut, and I have made that all during my interview with Martin Breuer, where I showcased how to go to the harvest pomelo.io. I was never there because for me, NFTs, it's not my cup of tea. But so I have learned something during that I was doing my video. That's the point of the workshop, is to learn. So, and I have also a fantastic interview with Gabriel Shaw of the Camazote Finca in Yucatan in Mexico. That was a nice moment. I appreciated a lot. And making all that together, a by-wire article, finishing today. And tomorrow at 15:30 UTC, all is released on Twitter with a swarm. And yeah, you will enjoy the video, I hope. All time stamped. And with my English as always, but I think the content is there, the education is there. So that's my contribution of the week. And beside that, working on my Pomelo grant, continuing, and EOS Digital Extended Network, EOS DIN, that was also unveiled. That is unveiled during this Antilopsis workshop number 19. Working with Vlad, shout out to Vlad. Working with CIC on that. I can now say we are working on that since February 21st. I am working with CIC on that, and Vlad was joining for the smart contract part of things because there is a smart contract behind and a token, NCO token for Nova Crypto, NCO. And we are working with, I am working with Vlad for that, and finding also other people like Tadas that he has a good project with Firmament, and that could make a good interface with, and that could help also Eden+Fractal people here to continue the experience on EOS Digital Extended Network to promote their solutions there. And that's not a fork of Eden+Fractal, certainly not. That's just complementary and in collaboration. So that's my contribution. So next, and I share nothing into the chat because you will see the video tomorrow. So, and you can watch at any time. So I give to the best man in the Sweden lakes. I don't see any birds, any beard. You have no more your beard. You are shaved. Okay, I give to Lenny, the only one.
Well, it's my doppelganger, you know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, okay, thanks, Patrick. Now, once in a while, I let it grow once in a while, but most of the time I prefer it off, you know. All right, let's see, what do we have here? I'm just going to compose myself a little bit. Might be hard at times. I do my normal traditional way, then I don't have to say so much. So anyway, I do the recaps, as you know, and I'm looking at different ways how to improve it. It's been a little bit flat out of time, unfortunately, but been doing most things as usual. And if you read it and understand what's been behind it and going through, sorting through various papers. But of course, Pomelo have also taken a lot of time, but that's not Eden+Fractal related because I actually go through every project. And then I do a second round and tomorrow another one to be sure I didn't miss anything that needs a bit of support. You know, it's about kind of, what do you say now? It's about to give some, just to show your appreciation what we're trying to do, even if it sounds far-fetched and similar, but if it's something that's needed, you got to encourage them. You know, you got to give them something and show that you really do pay attention to it. It can be very lonely out there, particularly now when very competitive. I even see negative contributions almost, less than what is donated. at times. So it's quite interesting to follow. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing, pretty much the same as usual. We'll see. I guess a lot of you have done much more, so don't worry. I'm happy with that. Thank you, and I'll give it to, I'll give it to the lady herself, Rosemary. She looks like she's relaxing. Sorry, finish, Rosemary, your turn.
Thanks, Lenny. Great as always. And okay, my time starts now. I've been working, will probably be repetitive with Dan a bit, maybe, because we've been collaborating a lot. And this past week, we were pretty much preparing for the live stream, which happened last night on the 21st, for the Fractal upload, episode 3, where we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which was on the 17th. And we've been looking at grants, and we would be donating basically and supporting the grants that we see fit. And most of it was preparation for the stream itself, to make sure that everything is working correctly and the best quality possible, really, out of the content itself. And that included lots of audio routing, troubleshooting, and rehearsal for the songs that we sang, and also just pulling out the script together and the agenda, and also creating some designs for, and filming video for the thumbnail itself, and also a separate video with practicing our Irish accents and making a story that goes along as a voiceover over a video that Dan put together. So it was a lot of a collaboration, and it actually turned out to be bigger than I thought that it would be, and it turned out really well. There were lots of people who attended and gave positive feedback, so that's why we do it. And I also had a really good time, and at some point my cheeks were even like, I can feel my cheeks. I think they were just, when you smile too much, and a bit numb. At some point I couldn't feel my hands either. So that was as well like experience itself, and which should count to the contribution for sure, because my hands are very valuable. And maybe Dan would show up the actual maybe show notes that he put together, and the little sections that we covered lots of Eden+Fractal and Pomelo and Eden, and sort of feedback and into how my journey has been as well into it. And that gave me a lot of opportunity to connect with people in the community, as well as, through my tweet, which I sent through other EOS Telegram chats. So I'm sure more people are now aware of my name and cause. And that's me. Now I pass it over to Vlad.
Thank you. And I have to note that your audio quality is excellent. Yeah. So
that's the voice that is excellent.
Voice as well.
Mm-hmm. Aha, let's make all the difference.
So mostly I've been focusing on this one feature, which is automatic election of accounts that hold the most respect. And this feature is complete. Today I did the last round of testing, went well, fixed one bug. So yeah, now we have a feature. We have to still integrate it with the contracts that we are using, but it's there, and it would enable the automatic change of the, you could say, custodians or the people who are in the multi-sig. So what I suggest to do in the beginning is just to do it for the active permission, so that still if something breaks, we have the owner permission that can fix things. But yeah, essentially feature is right now built in a way that it takes 12 weeks. And for each member, it calculates the average respect. So each week you will get a new number for average respect, and just 6 people who hold the most respect in the community, average respect, are assigned into the multi-sig. So yeah, that's been the main contribution. But then I've been also thinking just about since I'm building this next iteration of the Fractal app, and I'm still trying to formalize the thoughts of what exactly it is, what features are there. And right now I've been sort of stopped on 4 main value propositions / features. So first one is the community building. This is, well, it's for community to be well functioning, it needs strong personal relationships. And if people meet each week in such intimate rooms, those relationships are created. So that's one value proposition of the app. Then there is this selection of leaders. So this is the feature that I just described previously. So constantly you have 6 people who are leaders and who control the treasury, control the contract, essentially are the decision makers in some sense. I know that we have still the Eden+Fractal process as well, and I think it should stay. And yeah, let's see just how they work together. Then the third proposition is funding allocation. So what I've been thinking, I've mentioned that previously as well, that once the leaders are elected, based on the average respect, they can choose one person in the community who is sort of CEO, who is a lead link. And that person, I think, could have a certain power to create roles and enable certain funding for those roles. So that different people could apply to those roles and start contributing to the community and get paid. And this is also part of the smart contract, so that the contributor can withdraw from the treasury. And then the fourth proposition is what we are already doing, but through consortium, the topics. So again, it's up to the configuration, either to do it with the average respect or the total respect, but to give the community members the ability to choose what the community discusses each week. So topics, yeah, prioritization of topics, and polling as well. That's also part of the fourth proposition, topics and non-binding polling. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. Tadas, would you like to go next?
Yes. Yeah, so this week, yeah, I kind of refocused on firmament. I realized that I deviated a bit from the proof of concept goal, because in the previous season I set out a goal to create a proof of concept first, but then I got stuck in designing some of the details and trying to get it really a really good product out as opposed to a first concept to prove that it works. Yeah, so I'm currently refocusing on that because I know it's a rabbit hole if I keep trying to get the details perfect. Yeah, so when I basically reworked the workflow that you will be able to test in the initial version of Permanent. Yeah, and so I hope that I will be able to get the initial version testable much sooner. Besides that, I'm working again on smart contracts for Permanent. This time I'm working on Eden+Fractal functionality to submit results from the breakout room and to issue non-transferable token based on that. And I guess that's it from this week. Yep. And then I think you're that.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you so much, Das, and also everybody. Super exciting to see the work, especially the tools that you're building. Das, I'm happy you're here building that functionality in Ferment, and Vlad, stoked for those tools. So yeah, really, really exciting progress all around. And I'll share my presentation now. Okay, cool. So not supposed to open to welcome page, but welcome nonetheless. So
and now this is the time of the presentation of Dog, the best Dan in the galaxy. Sorry, no, Dan, the best dog in the galaxy.
Yes, thank you very much, Patrick, for introducing it. So
you're welcome.
Awesome. So what will I share? First off, I'll make another time, so I won't go too long. I could talk for so long about so many exciting things, but I'll keep it short. So I shared some of this in the pre-room, but I just updated the Eden+Fractal videos page and then created I started to, well, I published the 41st video and I just made a nice like timestamp or not timestamp. I'll get the timestamps up here, but you know, thumbnail and video production and stuff like I do every week. There's always work to make this happen. Lots of little things behind the scenes I have to fix. And then the show notes will be coming soon for this one, but
Dan,
put that one out there. Oh,
sorry, you're covering the screen a bit.
Thank
so
you.
Maybe if you move yourself to the left.
Yes. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Rosemary, for reminding me. I appreciate that very much. There's been a couple of times I've done that before where it looks really stupid. So I appreciate the reminder. Sometimes I get, yep, that's right. That's right. Also, while I'm here, I'll maybe make it a bit bigger too. I feel like it could be bigger. So cool. So where was I? Let me pull up my slides again. And yeah, so I also participated in the Aquattack as well, that Douglas is hosting, and worked on the music goals I have, and shared some constructive feedback and so forth for how he's designing the system. Encourage everybody to join those. That I was also following up on the 41st meeting where Douglas talked about it too. So I'm going to continue supporting Aquattack, Art+Fractal, all these different fractals, and you can see my rebirth goals there. An article that I put. I also spent a while this week. I meant to do it last week, but I didn't have a time to do it. I finished the show notes for last week where Tadash shared the presentation of Albedo. One of the reasons that this took me a while was because I had to edit the video and fix the technical error we had. So I did that last week. And then this week I just put together a little article to help explain it. I still want to improve this article, but it has, you know, links to Tada's presentation and more that I think will be a really helpful resource for helping people understand Ferment. And then I also wrote a bit about Pomelo grants, which I'll do again for this week, and also curated some of the fun times we've been having, as well as the topics and everything else I do each week with the timestamps. So I did that, published that. I also promoted the Eden+Fractal Pomelo collection that I created last week as well. It's green screen, so it looks very strange right now, but so be it. Everything that's green will look weird on the thing. But yeah, and I put out some tweets and I shared in a bunch of different Telegram groups to spread the word about the Eden+Fractal Pomelo collection and help raise funding for Eden+Fractal contributors who are doing awesome work. And then I also put out a tweet to help promote Eden Creators Pomelo Grant, which is really helpful to help this community more. And I've been thinking a lot about funding in general. So I've been seeing these Pomelo grants as ways to tell stories, raise some funding for everybody now, and then tell great stories to raise more funding now and show how helpful we can, all the great things we could do. I'll add more. I've been working on like kind of a full article and pitch to organizations like the ENF and so forth that will include details about tooling. I've been working on a couple different pages to organize the tools that we've been using over the past couple of weeks, and communicating with people like Douglas and people in the Alien Worlds community who are interested in using these tools. So I'm going to combine that along with welcome guide that we've been creating, and also like revisions to websites and videos and stuff like that to go to different places like say Alien Worlds community and raise funding for more community members and help spread this process here. There's some articles here that I've been curating for a while that I figured I'd just show while we're here. And then I discussed this with Vlad too. I've been discussing this. We had some great discussions about raising funding. So we recorded that. In addition, as an addition or a way to also help achieve this, to tell great stories and help raise more funding for everybody in the community. So Rosemary and I, as she said, we worked quite a lot this week on making a live stream. We worked on a lot of technical stuff so we can do many more live streams easily in the future and help promote, and also try to make it really cool with nice art and everything. Also put together in show notes with some of the topics we discussed too. So we wish everybody happy St. Pat's and talked about Pomelo, and we shared an introduction for new participants who don't know anything about EOS or Eden or anything like that. And we promoted some of the recent grants and recent work that we've been doing and so forth. So there's lots of cool stuff here. We also promoted some of the other stuff that we've been talking about recently. So I'll add that more and I'll share more. I also spent a while making this really cool intro video and speaking in Irish accent to make it like a really high production quality, kind of like a movie. So it was really fun, and took a while doing that, as well as putting the tweets out and working with Rosemary on drafting how to best share it and so forth. So there's that. And then we just live streamed like an hour. We played music and we featured a lot of Pomelo grants and so forth. You can skip around if you want to see different parts that we discussed. I've been going for a while. So I also hosted the Eden Town Hall, the 42nd meeting, where we discussed a lot of these same topics, game stories and public goods. And you can check it here. Like 5 weeks behind on publishing these, but I have a plan to catch up. And then also when I raise more funding, then I can share much more. But we discussed a lot of really great topics here, discussed ferment for a while. So that was really cool. Looking forward to sharing that. And then as always, I also proposed the MSIG proposals for a while. And then I also made these 2 topic proposals, or one proposal for the Pomelo Pitch Session and participant agreement. So that's what I did this week, and happy to answer any questions. Hope you all enjoy. And that is that. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much. Okay. I reckon we could go to voting and then leave out room for questions, or we can go with the questions now and then vote in 10 minutes or so. What do you guys prefer? Voting now?
I'm
or
happy either way,
questions first?
personally.
Well, if someone has a question which we need to answer before
The voting.
having an opinion about who to vote for, then go ahead. Otherwise, let's do vote.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so I shared the link to the Telegram group in the chat where we can reach consensus. I think Rosemary is missing from this group.
In which chat you share it?
In the Zoom chat.
In the Zoom chat.
Yeah, I shared the link, but I invited some of the members here into the Telegram group already.
Okay,
So,
because the Zoom chat is not always working. I don't see anything into the Zoom chat.
yeah, but I see you already in the Telegram group. So
Yeah?
look for Telegram group named EF42.
Where is that? Okay.
You can search for Telegram groups.
Okay, I am there, yeah. And we have to reply to your message.
Yes, as always.
With our EOS account, yeah.
Yes.
That's the procedure, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I have a question actually to Vlad. So did you say that this is ready now? I think you said
Yep.
as of today or yesterday.
I would say as of today, because today I did the last fix. I will probably do one more round of full testing.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so far works.
So far, good.
Thanks for confirming.
Just to be clear, can you restate what it is? Is that the automated changing of accounts, or did I misunderstand that?
Yep. Automatic change of people in the multisig based on the average respect.
Makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense for the donation that Dan and me we made to the MSIG. Like this, we see our funds maximally and dynamically distributed and used. If the account are allocated to the permission dynamically. That's every 11 week, correct?
No, the custodians can change every week. Yeah,
Every
but
week.
the
Yeah.
period is 12 weeks.
12 week, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And that makes sense for other communities, not only for Eden+Fractal. That will make sense also for EOS Digital Extended Network, that we use that also. But a lot of innovation here that we can replicate, scale in other community. That's why we are the catalyst, Eden+Fractal, with the tools that we are building. That's nice. Thank you, Vlad.
Yeah, thanks, Vlad. And I'll just add that
That's
what you're saying,
time.
helpful for all community, or helpful for many more communities. I agree that
Yeah.
it's a major increase in decentralization, independence, agility for communities. So that's really cool.
Yeah, by the way, the workshop that is published tomorrow, in every video we speak about Eden+Fractal.
Awesome.
In every video there is a mention to Eden+Fractal, because there is a lot of innovation here. Okay, let's vote for these beautiful people.
Thank you, by the way, Patrick. I really appreciate you mentioning Eden+Fractal there, and I'm stoked to be watching those.
Yeah, I too. No.
Okay.
So that's already enjoyed, because he has already enjoyed. So
Great. Great discussion. Thanks for the details. Shall we proceed now to voting for who would be level 6?
absolutely.
Okay.
Level 6.
Level 6 then.
Difficult choice.
Yeah, I see.
It is very difficult. Yeah.
Okay,
Vlad. I have voted for Vlad.
Yeah.
Without to know that will be Vlad, but I have voted for Vlad.
Okay, so level 6 is Vlad.
Yeah.
Next, level 5. I voted for Dan because I think, first of all, this Fractal Apple is a great idea that promotes everyone's projects in Eden+Fractal, and is also looking into funding for Eden+Fractal, which I think is quite important. So
Yeah, thank you for that. With all my heart. That you made this coverage on of every Pomelo project into your Pomelo collection, which, by the way, I will add to the Pomelo collection mind map. However, that you have not sent the link, I will add into the Pomelo collection mind map a link to your Pomelo collection.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And sorry I didn't send the link. I must have missed that.
You don't have even to send.
Okay,
but
cool.
Joy is doing all. That's okay.
Thank you, St. Pat. Yeah, so
and Rosemary, yeah, I can add you also, for sure.
Yeah, so thank you for the kind words. I would also say Rosemary also did a huge amount of work on that too. So I just want to just say thanks for that. But thank you also, Josh, for recognizing the value in that. And I think it is super helpful. And so I appreciate your words there. I voted for you because, well, I think what you're doing with Firmament, well, first off, it sounds like you made some great progress this week. And then the work you're doing in Firmament in general, it's super, super inspiring. After watching and the video again and writing that story, like I'm just so, it seems like it's such a helpful tool for so many more communities. And so that is also a way that we can help raise funding too, I think, because partially because you're building with EVM and there's a lot of people who like EVM, and then it offers a lot of unique benefits in addition to the tools that Vlad's building. I think that also really helps us raise more funding as we're making these plans together. So I think it's an incredibly helpful tool. So that's why I voted for you. But I appreciate the kind words, and
next week,
happy to go either way.
is...
Happy to go anyway here because people are building great things.
Next week, Tadas is level at 6. After watching the video, you will say he deserves to be 6.
And Patrick, you did a very great job, and I think, like I said, I think it was the best interview on Albedo so far.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah, but my English was poor. But Tadas was I making sure that Tadas was skyrocketing and saying all what he has into the noise. That was nice. That was painful. Into the nozzle, into the noise.
Oh, he's projecting and singing it out, kind of, or
no? I was getting all the fruits. Okay, sorry. I was getting all the fruits of the head, of the mind, of the Tadas. I getted all the information of the Tadas, and that's make a beautiful video at the end. But that was very difficult. But that was nice. The result is, wow. Tadas was doing a great job. Thank you, Tadas. That was nice.
You too, Patrick.
Yeah, but that's my guess. That do all. I am just the interviewer, you know.
So much love going around. Great to see. I don't know if the results have changed for me, or maybe they're not. But level 5, it's 50-50. Is that just for me?
Yes, for everyone, I think.
For everyone, okay. So 50% for Dan and 50 for Tadas. So.
Well, has anyone been swayed by my words for Tadas or Tadas's words for me, I guess, or want to throw any other suggestions in there or anything? Sorry, also, by the way, I kind of stepped in and asked that question. Maybe that should have been more the moderator's question. My apologies.
Yes,
I got excited.
It's okay.
Yeah, as an OG, I propose that Tadas is level at 6 next week. So for this week, I mean that Dogman was doing a great job. So for this reason, he deserves to be 5. Let's do this. No, I am biasing everyone here, but okay. And Vlad is in Rodin mode.
They are quite equal, like.
But we can have only one winner.
No, I still rank higher the developers.
And if I may also add, although I'm mostly quiet, we have a lot of promoters, we have a lot of good work, we have everything, and similarly, we still need to get our meetings more organized, because that's a lot of dead time without achieving much, but the developers are working away. So that's why I favor them this time around. Vlad over up on top, and then Tadas, and then we can fight with the promotional guys. My view. We can't bank on what happens next week. We go different rooms or whatever, or Zoom knocks down.
Well, I respect Lenny, because the Lenny voice of the Sweden Lakes is always true. Respect the man.
Okay, so does that mean you're changing your vote to Lenny, Patrick?
I will vote for Tadas.
No, I'm sorry, Tadas. I just made a mistake.
I will change my vote for Tadas. Can I do that?
Yes.
How I do that?
Yeah, you right click on the poll message and click retract vote.
Aha! That's like this. That's. Voila, I vote for Tadas.
Okay. Yes.
So you have not to wait the next week to have Tadas leveled 5.
Okay. Thanks everyone, and level 4.
Okay, we respect Lenny good advice. First the developer, then the promoters. I agree. Without the developers, no promoter. Or without promoter, no developers. That's depend. Okay, and if you are a developer and a promoter at the same time, okay, Rosemary,
Can
next
everyone
one.
vote for level 4, please?
Level 4. Level 4, that's my beautiful level 4. I will vote for level 4. I will vote for level 4. I will vote for
Can you please do?
Dan Sin John. That's me.
Okay. You got your vote. Well, that's a consensus with 4 votes for Dan for level 4.
Okay.
Going to level 3 now.
Yeah, Saint Patrick voted for Dan. Respect the Saint Patrick. That's the best saint, by the way. Okay,
Thank you for the
so
support.
level 3. Level 3, we have Rosemary, Nova Crypto, and Lenny. And I will vote for Rosemary. Voila.
And we reached the consensus for myself with 4 votes.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now we have Nova
And
Crypto and
level
Lenny.
3, level 2 now.
Oh, level 2, sorry. Level 2. I will vote for Lenny.
Just vote for yourself.
Because I cannot vote for myself, I vote for Lenny. That's normal.
You can vote for yourself, though.
But I don't deserve to vote for myself.
Yeah, I think it's very competitive room. I would prefer to have ranked you even higher, Patrick, because of that interview. I think it will be a
No. You know, I don't want to be leveled 6 here. I want to be leveled 2 every time. Because for me, that's the most important is the main room. It's not the breakout room.
Okay,
I am too much old now, you know.
Okay, but we are where we are with you and me, Patrick, and similarly. And I know that you've been working harder than me when it comes to Eden. So
No,
you should be above me. So everyone, make sure Patrick gets the vote. Thank you.
I want that Lenny is leveled more than me. So vote for Lenny. If you don't vote for Lenny, I will come after you, okay? So vote for Lenny now.
I'm older and some say wiser with age or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So I was trying to switch my vote for Patrick, but I kept getting swing back and forth with all this information, with all these compelling cases. But I was convinced to vote for Patrick there at the risk of being chased after and following Lenny's wisdom. Although my fractogram app is messing up right now, so I'm reloading it.
No, I respect Lenny a lot. Sure. So he don't recap for all what he's doing every day. That's not just every 2 months or 1 month. That's every day. And he do every day, every week. So I appreciate a lot.
Okay, we have 4 votes for.
Same. And yeah, I just want to add before we do delegate that like this room is super, super tough. I would love, for example, I think Rosemary, she did an amazing job, like super, super helpful work, and prepared. It was a huge pleasure working with her and seeing her put together all that stuff. So I would love to give her, I mean, she got level 3, Patrick with all the interviews, and Lenny also gave a great speech and all the great work. So I just want to say it's difficult room because everybody's contributing so much, but thanks everyone, really appreciate it.
We deserve all to be 6.
Thing to keep in mind is that it changes what is most valuable at any given time where you are, and that's the same I feel in the elections and similar. I bowed out of 3 elections because I saw the other guys had more to put in a value for that particular time we found ourselves. Similar here, week by week, it's different priorities. It's not a ranking as such for effort as how valuable it is. To me, anyway. Thanks.
Well said.
Good point.
Sweden Lakes. Trademark. Loud and clear.
Okay, so who wants to be a delegate? I see Dan, Vlad, Patrick, and me are already delegates. So only Lenny and Rosemary are not delegates.
I
And
just
I'm
shared the
not a
link in the chat.
candidate. I'm not a candidate until I work myself out of my hole.
Voila.
Okay, I can be the delegate then.
Rosemary want to be a delegate. I love it. She want to be a delegate because
Patrick,
she
do you want
wants.
to do a live stream sometime?
No, I don't want to sing live stream because that will be a shame. I prefer to pre-record myself and publish myself.
You are
And then
kind
if-
of singing now.
No, I have no idea what I want to sing now. Sometimes it's coming naturally, you know.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know.
Feel free to sing whenever you want to.
Like the piano, I can play piano. And if I hear the song, I can play piano directly. I hear a song, and then I play piano. That's
Yes.
since I am birth, I am like this.
Great.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it seems like we've reached consensus on every level and as a delegate
Wow.
too.
And now, result
Now we
admis
can push
submitted.
results.
Here. We click here. But here, huh? Here. Okay. I click here. Click here. I click here. I open. Continue. And I submit my consensus. Yeah, baby, on the chain. Connection.
By the way, Patrick, thanks for singing for us. I loved your singing, and I do encourage you to join live streams. Actually, the software that we use, we can invite, I think, up to 10 people in the live streams at once. It's pretty easy to do it. So I would encourage you and love if you want to come join and sing with us sometimes, as well as everybody else if you want to play music. I know Vlad has a guitar laying around. I don't know if Lenny or Tadas play music. I would be curious. But also if you want to just come in and talk and do the live stream, that would be cool too.
I think I will record Vlad and me for this Antelope Swiss workshop, a little extra video for EOSDIN, because I made with CIC a video about EOSDIN, but I have to speak a little bit with Vlad also. And at the end of the video, we will do like a little song for you.
Mission abort.
I love it. Mission abort. I am Vlad. I have stated mission abort. You understand? Mission abort. Okay, so I have the link. If you want that I share with you the link to submit. I have already submitted. I have just put for you the link that you have to click if you want to click.
Okay, you can just click it directly from the interface too. If actually, yeah, just straight from Pactogram as well.
I have make share the link.
Okay, cool.
That's copy into the clipboard, and now I have copy into our chat EF42 the link if you want just to click. For the people that I have not say, yeah baby, I push on chain, and before that was more, that was written. Patrick say, yeah baby. That was Vlad stating Patrick said, yeah baby, push on chain. Then I have stated I am not agreeing with, say just, yeah, baby, push on chain.
Also, sorry to interrupt, Patrick. Also, you can click on results can be submitted here and from Tadas's message within the Telegram chat. That's how I did it.
Nice advice. Rose, Marie, I agree with you. I am a bot.
We just have linked a bot in our breakout room.
I am the best bot in the galaxy. I am
I
Pat
guess our Sybil
Novajoy.
wasn't good enough, huh? And we thought he was the real Patrick too the whole time.
I am Pat Novabot. Pat Novabot.
Oh no. I hope that Vlad reconsiders about aborting the mission. I know when Vlad played guitar for me, it sounded quite nice. So I'm rooting for
Oh, yeah.
Vlad's music career, and I think it'd be great if you want to maybe release a debut on the Nova Crypto channel for EOS 10.
Nova Crypto is not the place really for music.
We have a
And
few songs there.
Yeah, but that was you know, an exception, I would say. I don't want to change my Nova Crypto channel for we will see. We will see.
Cool.
But yeah.
I was gonna say, I suppose we should I'll wrap up the breakout rooms in like a minute because I think we started like 5 minutes late. But yeah, thanks so much everybody, and thanks Rosemary for moderating it too. You did an awesome job, and yeah, I really can't express too. I just want to say before it that it was super cool making the Fractal Apple with you, Rosemary, and thanks for hosting it, and thanks everybody for all the great work, amazing work.
Thanks. And also you can use Eden Creators YouTube channel for music.
Voila.
That's true. Good point. Yeah,
That's
if
the
anyone wants to
place.
publish music or whatever on
Yeah.
there, then yeah.
My next music will be published on Eden Creators YouTube channel. Only on Eden Creators, the place to have the creation. Now we have 58 seconds.
Excellent.
Pat Novabot,
Well, thanks,
say
Patrick.
you
heard
until
it here
the
first.
next time. Bye. Oh, Vlad is always here. And Rosemary left. Good job. Very well done, everyone.
Agreed. 100%.
Happy to hear.
And also to Das and Lenny too. I don't know if I've heard you play music at all, but the offer's open if you want to publish any music on the Eden Creators
Das
channel. Maybe a
plays
Firmament
a
and a recap
beautiful
song.
song.
When I was young, but I was
When
very
I was
choir singing.
young, I
Well,
was
maybe
a
once again, for old time's
singer.
sake.
But now I have a rusty voice.
I have no musical skills whatsoever. So.
Lenny, I
We'll
surely.
work on.
Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah. Back from the breakout room. That was fun.
Yes,
Woo.
absolutely. Patrick also sung us lots of songs. We were talking about music, so really fun time in our breakout room number 1. I hope everybody in breakout room 2 had a great time too. Welcome also Gabriel. Seeing shakes and heads sounds good. We can go into the consortium topics agenda in a little bit, but if anybody wants to share anything about their room or share any thoughts in their head, then feel free, and we'll get started with the topics and the agenda in a few minutes.
Our breakout room is great, but we didn't have any Irish songs or hallelujahs, which I'm a little bit jealous of, but ours went pretty well.
Ah, that's the Saint Patrick. That's the
And
Saint
Pat Novajoy.
Patrick and the Pat Novajoy Day.
I might object.
What was
If
that
you
from?
want, I can sing for you. I can sing for you because that's the Saint Patrick Day. And we have Gabriel Shaw with us of the Camazote Finca.
Yeah.
Nice video coming tomorrow, by the way. All
Good to see you,
published
Gabriel.
tomorrow. 15:30 UTC tomorrow. A bombardment. Astonishing videos. Gabriel, Tadas, Dancing Joy, Vlad, who else? Martin Breuer of Pomelo Astronaut video tomorrow published. Ah, that would be nice.
Now? Okay.
You have cut your beard, sorry. Cut your beard, Noam?
No.
A little bit, huh? No? Okay.
No, if I come closer, it looks bigger.
Yeah, that looks better than the last time. You are better, I think.
You know, when I actually go get a haircut, I lose 2 pounds and 2 inches.
Yeah. And Jorge, you look more hairs than accustomate, I think. It seems to be that you have more. You have more hairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Tadas, are you here? Because I wanted to talk to mention to Tadas something that happened at the Alien Worlds meeting.
Alien Worlds.
If Dan does not,
Yeah.
I'm just pulling up the slides for the agendas. So if we want to just keep talking, if we want to have a quick conversation about that,
Okay,
then
yeah, let's talk. Let us know when you're ready, and we'll just take it offline. Okay.
sounds good. If you want to ask it real quick, feel free. I'll be another 30 seconds before I'm ready to share the window.
To let everybody know that Alien Worlds had a giveaway where they were giving 10 drills, which is something they have in their game, away to a group as long as the group could reach a consensus. And I asked them if they had any consensus reaching tools, and they said they didn't. We just had to talk about it, which is not exactly the most efficient way to get a lot of people to agree on how you're going to divide 10 things. So I asked them about it, and they were interested in something like Fractalgram, except they would want it to work on WAX or on TLM instead of EOS. And they needed to reach a consensus on how to divide 10 things. So the question is, how fast can we make something like Fractalgram be more flexible so that other communities can use it? I don't have an answer, but I think it's an important question to keep in our minds. And that's what I want to say. I'd be curious in knowing what Tadas thinks about it.
yeah, I'm thinking about, I've thought about it when designing Fractalgram. So, well, it depends on what kind of consensus they need to reach on. But yeah, if you can give me contacts of people for who to talk to, or if you can give them my contact.
Yeah, Lisa Chandler is the contact person. She's the one that expressed interest, and she's also the one that had to report the consensus and implement it.
Okay.
So you might want to get in touch with her and see if the two of you can move things forward.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Noam. And I've also been in communication with Lisa about this too. We've been going back and forth about a lot of the Eden+Fractal tools. Her and many other people in the Alien Worlds community are really excited to use these processes. So I'm also going to be following up with her, and I'll mention this conversation as well, so we can all have a talk about it and so forth. But really appreciate you sharing that, Noam. And Alien World, it's one of the biggest, most popular Web3 games, so it's an awesome opportunity that many people want to cooperate with these consensus games there. So thanks, Noam. And
they also have to deal with some very fractious rather than fractal communities. So building consensus is much more of a challenge there, which means they need the tools even more.
Yep, that's true. They can greatly benefit from it, and they have lots of issues that our tools can help resolve. So looking forward to collaborating with them. Thanks again, Noam. I'm ready to share the agendas now, so we can jump into the topics, if that's good with everybody. So I will briefly share the screen. So we're about to jump into the agendas game, and we're going to be discussing the topics on consortium. Right now, there's 2 topics. One topic has slightly more votes than the other one. So first, we'll jump into the Pomelo Pitch Session, and then we'll jump into, if we have time, the Eden+Fractal Participant Agreement. Once again, I encourage everybody, if they want to make proposals to the community or discuss topics, then feel free to do so. I was the only person who made a couple discussion topics, and also encourage everybody to vote too. I know I put these out rather last minute, but yeah, so the first topic is Eden+Fractal Pomelo Pitch Session. So each community member will be given up to 2 minutes to share their pitch about the Pomelo grant to the community. If you want to go like slightly over, that's okay, but please try to keep it to time. And if you start going over, then I'll jump in. And yeah, as we discussed last week, I think this can be a really helpful opportunity for everybody to learn each other's work and support the amazing public goods creators in our community. And it can also be a great way to promote Eden+Fractal with the unique benefits of agendas, consensus games for collaboration, networking, video creation. And so people can share their screen. I encourage people to do so if they want. And then I think this is a good test pilot for future ones too, and a good promotion for Eden+Fractal, as well as all the people to help raise funding for all the great builders here. So looking forward to hearing that. As I said before, I mean, a lot of people did it last week. So if you want to share your Pomelo pitch again, then feel free to do so. Or if you haven't gone yet, then I suppose the people who haven't gone yet would have priority. So whoever wants to go first, who hasn't gone yet, can go first, and then we can raise our hands or whatever to figure out who wants to go next. And then also, or you can I'll put a message in a Telegram group. I encourage everybody to use the Telegram live chat, by the way. So if you want to go next, please raise your hand or write it there. And then if we have time, we'll discuss the participant agreement, which is the same one from previous weeks. I'll just once again remind people, there's the Eden+Fractal Pomelo collection at pomelo.io/collections/Eden+Fractal with a bunch of the great grants here. If I miss anybody, feel free to reach out. But very much encourage people to support everybody in the Eden+Fractal community doing excellent, super helpful work. I believe that funding these public goods can be profoundly helpful for everybody here, everybody in EOS, everybody in the world, all communities basically. So really appreciate people supporting Eden+Fractal Pomelo collection. And yeah, so that's that. And with that, we will get into the topics on the agenda about the Eden+Fractal Pomelo pitch session number 2. Would anybody like to go first? I know Tadas and Jorge, I think had to leave early before they got to share their presentation. So, and also Lenny too. So, perhaps would any of you like to go and speak a little bit about your Pomelo pitch first, Pomelo grant? Jorge?
Yeah, thank you. I'll share my screen.
You're welcome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. So this is the grant, the Spanish Eden+Fractal. Thank you, everyone, for listening. So first, a little bit of context. The purpose of this grant and of the Spanish-speaking fractal itself is to bring the process of fractal democracy, specifically of this fractal process. As you guys know, there are 2 versions of fractal democracy. First, Eden, and then fractally. And they differ in when the funding is given to the individuals. In the case of fractally, the funding is given to the individuals after they report the contributions to public goods. So that's what we in the Spanish-speaking fractal want to bring to the all of the Spanish-speaking community. So Spanish is a language spoken by about 550 million people, most of them in developing countries, which is a very interesting target because, as you probably guys know, the highest rate of Bitcoin adoption and of local Bitcoin's traffic occurred in these kind of countries, particularly in Venezuela, Colombia, and Argentina. So we have a very ripe market for bringing this new way of transferring value, accompanied by a government process such as fractal democracy is. And as previous preliminary results from previous Pomelo sessions, we have forked the Eden+Fractal contract, which you guys can see here. I'm in the process of modifying it in order to be customized to the needs of the already existing Spanish-speaking community. We also are having weekly sessions, which are virtual, just as this meeting, but we are also having monthly live sessions, as you guys can see here in this video. So we have programmed 1 meeting a month for all the members who wants to attend. And in these meetings, we are exchanging our goods and services in either the EOS token or the Respect token, which is the equivalent of the respect that we bestow every week in the Spanish-speaking Fractal meetings. The intent of the grant is to finish or to advance the most possible with the development of the contract and to further promote the synergies of the different communities that are emerging right now. We have today Eden Spanish, which is also nascent. We have EOS Mexico, which is nascent. And we want to bring these communities together. I think there makes no sense at this point of time to have many independent communities merging and competing among themselves while simultaneously facing so many challenges. Instead, I think we have to gather strength and unite, and from that big community, create sub-communities. We want to smooth the onboarding process for non-technical Spanish-speaking members to EOS. That requires making new videos, creating new content, and having live meetings in order to teach them the way EOS and wallets and all this stuff works, and of course, fractal democracy. That's pretty much it. You can see the details on the video, on the grant. I'll post the link to the grant in the chat. The other great thing we did was to create a Spanish audio version of the More Equal Animals book. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, guys, for the time and for listening.
Thank you so much, Jorge. Amazing work with the Spanish-speaking Fractal. I really appreciate it. I suppose so. A couple of things. One, I put down 2 minutes on the topic proposal, and Jorge went a bit over that, but I didn't want to cut him off because I thought he was sharing really cool things. And we do have a pretty small group with only 12 people, so if everybody's cool with it, then people can take a bit more time if they want to share their presentation. I think that's fitting for the smaller group. Unless people want to get to the next topic more quickly, then feel free to let me know. But as of now, I think if people want to take a bit longer, that's cool. And then also, I just shared the links to Jorge's grant in the live chat, and then also Patrick shared the links to his Pomelo collection mind map too, which is really cool. I see Patrick has his hand up there. So yeah, perhaps Patrick, would you like to share a bit about that?
Yeah, I want to thank you, Jorge, for the Spanish Fractal, and I have just gave 100 EOS now again. I was giving 50 EOS before, but I have gave 100 EOS more because I think Jorge is doing a great job into the Spanish community and beyond. So that's deserved. And yeah, so just want to mention it.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for all what you are doing.
Absolutely. And thank you, Patrick. Thank you for helping once again to help fund amazing builders in Eden Fractal community and helping people cooperate with these Fractal consensus games. So much appreciated, as well as your upcoming interviews that are coming out too. So I encourage everybody to check that out. And then, yeah, as I mentioned before, and I think Patrick just mentioned in the Telegram chat, live chat, encourage everybody to both check out the tweet that I shared about the Eden Fractal collection, and then check out the mind map links that Patrick shared as well. So we can help spread the word about what everybody's doing here. I'll also add too, I said this before in my breakout room, but so Rosemary and I did the show, Fractal Apple yesterday. We were giving away 300 EOS to support public goods creators, and we did a big feature on the Eden Fractal Pomelo contributors. Both of us, it was really late last night, so we hadn't had a chance to do it, but we're both planning to do it right after. We'll plan to do it today, and I'll also be donating to everybody here, and I think I'm going to donate some extra to Jorge as well, because I think that what Jorge is doing is super, super helpful for everybody. So thanks so much, Jorge, for presenting that. There's also another thing that I wanted to say about like the opportunity for like how these pitches are really helpful, but I suppose maybe I'll save that for later. Does anybody else with a Pomelo grant want to go next or have any other thoughts or comments for Jorge? If not, then I see Tadas has their hands up. Tadas?
Yes, so if you don't mind, I will try to do a short pitch for Albedo. So yes, I will share my screen for the grant.
Sounds great.
Yes, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so so what problems is this grant trying to solve? So first of all, one of the main problems for any kind of blockchain-based communities is blockchain accounts. It really it is cumbersome for new users, especially the ones who are not knowledgeable about blockchain, to create blockchain accounts. And using Firmament, what I'm currently developing, they won't need to pay anything or go through complicated processes. Everything, browser will be enough to create an account very quickly, and this does not sacrifice the ability to for a DAO to use a blockchain. In fact, it empowers a DAO to even live on multiple blockchains at the same time, which opens up a whole lot of other opportunities for tokenomics and so on. So I think this part of this focus of this grant is not just developing some concrete product, but innovating, so researching and developing ideas that could really, what would you say, create a new kind of economy based on fractal democracy ideas. So if you're donating to this, you're donating basically for an innovative idea that can lead to a lot of other great stuff. And I talked a bit already about how it could produce a naming system. And I think we need to understand that a naming system, if users are using it, it has the power to move user bases from blockchain to blockchain, for example. And that can give a community like Eden+Fractal leverage against block producers to incentivize them to fund, for example. So it's another great research opportunity, and I'm exploring all of that, trying to explore all of that with this grant, and I appreciate your support. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Tadas. Round of applause. And also a round of applause for Jorge and everybody else who did it last week too. It would be cool. Yeah, sure.
When Tadas showed his first screen, there was less matching funds than the amount he collected from contributors.
Yeah, so
can you explain how that works exactly? Does that mean you had more money coming from fewer donors, or is there a different reason for that?
Yeah, so it's thanks to Patrick. He gave me a donation of 1,500 EOS. And Pomelo, I think, takes into account the number of unique contributors more than
So
estimating
basically,
a
if
match.
you have more people giving you $1, that would increase the amount of matching funds that you get. Is that right?
Yes.
And people should be aware of that when they're deciding about the matching. you already have the match, the bulk from Patrick, but the more people give you a single dollar, the more the matching will be, right?
Yes, that's a more important factor when determining the match.
Okay, so I wanted to raise that to everyone's awareness when you're listening to the pitches here.
Yeah, great point. Thanks, Noam. And yeah, just to reiterate that there's the quadratic funding equation or quadratic formula, and so people can just donate 1 EOS to people in on Pomelo, in Fractal, people like to Dash. You can also give more too, like Patrick very generously gave more, but even just 1 EOS, it doesn't cost much, but it can multiply a huge amount. So it's one of the great magical things about it. Patrick, you have your hand up?
Just a little precision about the quadratic matching formula on Pomelo. That's work like Gitcoin on Ethereum. The difference it's here on that's totally on chain. The computation of the quadratic matching formula is totally calculated on chain. On Gitcoin, Ethereum, that's off chain, but that's the same principle. And there is a video on YouTube. I have to find the link that is explaining very well what is the quadratic matching formula in the context of the crowdfunding platform like Pomelo or Gitcoin. Daniel Keys was explaining that very well, CEO of EOS Nation. And about the 1,500 EOS that I gave to Tadas, normally I will give 50 EOS because I have give to every project that I found on Pomelo with which I think I will collaborate with, or I am already collaborating. I gave 50 EOS, but to Tadas I gave 1,500 EOS because that's part of my chief delegates funds on Tom 5. And because the platform, no, sorry, the protocols that he is building with Firmament, that could help Eden Onios, that could help Eden+Fractal, that could help a lot of communities. The same for Vlad.
It will have a big impact, I agree.
Yeah, the same for Vlad. What is building Vlad with the platform, let's say the applications that is building with ZEOS, with Matthias Schoenbeck, etc. I gave 3,000 EOS because, also, again, with my chief delegate funds, because that's not every day that you have a chief delegate. So I was thinking, okay, I will use my funds for that because that will be not the same soon. I will be not more a chief delegate, and I am not have this privilege to use the funds for projects that I believe in. So when you are a chief delegate, you have to be very committed with the funds. That's a responsibility of a chief delegate to be committed with the funds. Like here into Eden+Fractal, if you are a delegate, soon a delegate will be here into Eden+Fractal also committed with the funds, committed with what he do, more than now, that where you say, okay, I am a delegate for 4 weeks. That will be more and more dynamic when you say I am a delegate. That's just not to say, oh, nice, I am a delegate. Oh, yeah. No, that's not just that. That's more than that. You have to be very committed. So just to make clear why 1,500 to Tadas and why not 1,500 to Jorge? To Jorge 150 because I can give also 1,500 to Jorge, but at this point I can give. I will have no more funds. That will be. And I assure you, I give no funds for myself for MindWeb with my chief delegate funds. I give for other projects. But and thank you to everyone that has donated also to my grant. I have 56 contributor, if I am not check wrong, but I appreciate. But that's not the number of more donors you have with little contribution, the better is. If everyone is giving 1 EOS, 2 EOS, it's very good. That means the system is working.
Yes.
Just, yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
Okay.
I see Jorge unmute. I don't know if you want to add anything when Patrick was speaking to you, Jorge. Feel free if you do. Otherwise, I see Space Rainbow Joe has his hands up as well.
No, I have nothing to say. Just thank you all.
Thank you, Jorge. Joe, you want to add something or say something here?
Yeah, I did. So Tadas, I like the the cross chain, doing the research development for the DAO, so that
Oh, your background is
other
very
blockchains
scary.
can be involved with this.
Oh,
Sorry, Patrick.
oh, yeah. Oh, oh no.
So
Sorry, I leave.
so I
I think it looks
it's
cool.
it's a friendly little character.
Yes.
Just for a background. Wow.
He loves you. He loves you. So yeah, so the cross chain thing for Albedo, I like that. I like that it's not just EOS, and I like that it's people who are unfamiliar. It's like that easy adoption, but also people who are familiar but aren't as involved with EOS. Do you have certain chains that you're focusing on for Albedo first, or is it just like a wide range? That was just my question.
Yeah, so this project kind of builds its own blockchain protocol, but it's different kind of blockchain. It will be much slower, and it will be on IPFS, and it will be run by community members, and it won't require much resources. But I think you're more asking about the other chains that these chains I'm creating, what other chains they will integrate with. And to answer that question, I would say that first of all, it's EVM enabled chains, so Ethereum virtual machine enabled chain, and EOS is with Trust EVM. EOS will support EVM smart contract. So it does not exclude EOS, but in the near future, it will first of all be only supported by EVM chain. But in the future, it could also the same protocol could be implemented on other using other programming languages and platforms. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you.
I love this background.
Thank you. It looks like a trippy background. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. What's that?
I was just saying, good. I didn't want to be bothering Patrick or anyone really.
Nice. Well, thanks for sharing the creative backgrounds and the great thoughts and questions, Joe. Really appreciate your curiosity and all the great stuff you're doing for the community in the world. I'll add a couple things. One, I definitely recommend people check out Eden+Fractal meeting number 40 if you haven't already. Tadas, if you want to learn more about Ferment, which I encourage. Tadas shared a great presentation, very detailed, and we had about an hour discussion where you can learn more about how it works there. And I also wrote a little story at the top of the show notes where you can find lots of links for more information. And I'll also add Tadas's tools. I think they complement really well with the tools that Vlad's building. Vlad shared some updates about the tools he's been building on Antelope during a breakout room, and combined with these two different types of tools, I think it's really, really helpful for communities and a great thing to share. Also, welcome Jayza too. I see you just shared your hand. First, I'm just going to make a note that we have been going for longer with each one. Like last week, we had more kind of like quick pitches and less questions. I think it's really great that we're having a discussion about this, but I just don't want people to feel left out if they want to share. So basically my plan right now is just to keep allowing the questions. I think it's good to keep having the questions, but if anybody wants to go sooner, then feel free to share in the chat, and then we could move it along faster if you want. But anyway, I see Joe, you still have your hand up, but I'm guessing that's just from before. And then Jayza, you got your hand up. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And would you like to share anything with us, Jayza?
Yes, just want to share that there's also we had a Twitter space this week, EOS Mexico interviewing EOS Costa Rica people, and just want to share that they've been doing a lot of work. They're pushing right now some proposals on Pomelo. I think they're very good. There hasn't been that much contribution that I noticed to development tools. And I think because development teams are very busy trying to work on their tools rather than promote them. So most of the community aren't aware of those proposals. So check out the proposal from EOCR because I think it's very good. It will add a lot of transparency to Pomelo, to the voting process, and also to other type of voting mechanisms that happens in EOS, from BPs to other layers. So I just want to make a shout out to the project. I don't really know the name right now. I'll have to look out what's the official name. I think it's something related with data, of dashboard, so data visualization. But I don't have the link with me at the moment. But yeah, look it out. It's under EOS Costa Rica or EOS CR or Edenia, either or. But yeah, just a general shout out to development tools because I think they're important for the ecosystem, and not many people really understand them because they're end users, and it helps developers, and it helps also people that are trying to do research on the blockchain in general terms. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeza. And I agree. EOS Costa Rica is doing excellent work. If you can find the link and then share that in the Telegram live chat so people can check it out, that would be much appreciated. I think they have a few, by the way. So it's really cool to see what they're doing. I know you also shared some stuff about EOS Mexico and Palmer and Spanish-speaking Fractal. So it's great to see the Spanish-speaking world doing well and having lots of great pitches. Thank you for sharing that, Jeza, very much. And I'll also add too, yeah, so I completely agree, support developers, very much agree with that. And also support people who are helping in different ways too, people who are helping to lead communities in non-technical ways or creating helpful content like Jorge. I think he gets into the development a bit, but what he's doing is also super valuable, as well as Rosemarie and Evgeny and Lenny and myself. So yeah, definitely focus on developers, but I would say also everybody could use support. And in general, many people in this community are volunteers and working like really long hours to help communities and building startup businesses. So any amount of funding, like a few $100,000 can make a huge difference for a lot of people here and be able to be profoundly helpful for everybody. There's a tremendous opportunity to create value by funding people in the community. And then one thing I'll add about this too is that it's also about storytelling and like future sharing. So there's about $170,000 worth of EOS in this Pomelo season. And this Pomelo season, well, it continues every quarter. So for any funding that people can't do now or want to save for later, there's always more seasons in the future. And the more that we tell great stories and share content about our grants and help promote each other in the long run, that could be super helpful for both future Pomelo seasons. And then also I've been working quite a lot on funding grant pitches to places like the ENF, the EOS Network Foundation, the ENV, who just made a $20 million fund for the gaming ecosystem with EVM, which I think can work with consensus games. And then also there's Helios and Telos and Polygon and all these different organizations that we can raise funding from and much more outside the Web3 space as well. So videos like these where we share each other's work and we promote each other, these can all be repurposed into clips in the future. And we can use this kind of tell a story about all the great work that people like DDoS are doing, building tools and EOS Costa Rica and Jorge and everybody here. So yeah, I just wanted to share that out there. And that's also one of the things I was aiming to convey along with Rosemarie in the Fractal Apple. If you haven't seen that yet, or then I definitely encourage you to watch some of it. It's quite long, but we do a lot of great promotion for the builders in the community, and we also had a lot of fun. So looking forward to doing more of those and helping to tell the story about why what we're doing so helpful and using these kinds of pitch sessions to help out with that. Anyway, that was my speech there, and hope you all enjoyed. Thanks once again, Jeza. Would anybody like to share their pitch yet? I don't know if Gabriel has a Pomelo pitch. I'd be curious. Also, one thing I forgot to mention too is even if you don't have a Pomelo pitch, but you want to just share an exciting project that you're working on for a couple minutes, then that would be welcome too. So I don't know if Gabriel, it's been a while since you've been here, and I'd love to hear an update if you want to share, or also Lenny hasn't shared his Pomelo too. But I see Gabriel, you're unmuted now.
Yeah, I had a fantastic interview with Patrick just yesterday. So I can't remember if we're including the bit about Pomelo in the published interview or not, but essentially I want to do a good job. I want to do the right kind of job if I'm going to submit to Pomelo platform. And I don't know where the line for me is drawn between commercial opportunity or public good. And I just need to think about it or talk to some people about it. So there's nothing on Pomelo yet, but I'm keen to be able to do that in due course for sure. The project, for those that don't know, is a land DAO. I acquired 45 hectares of land in Yucatan, Mexico late last year. Just closed the sale of it just in the past few weeks, actually, with the notary public and the previous owner. And it's kind of a blank canvas. There's my vision is 300 settlers on the property by 2030. Beyond that, everything is going to depend on the contributions and collaborations and the ideas from people who want to be involved. And I'm not doing a good job yet of organizing any kind of community discussions or collaborations or conversation, anything like that. So baby steps at the moment, but it will be coming in due course. And again, for Pomelo as well, hopefully that gives a little taste. 45 hectares, to put in perspective, is 1.25 kilometers in length and 1/4 kilometer wide. It's slightly bigger than Vatican City, which I'm pretty pleased about. Back over to you, Dan.
Thank you very much, Gabriel. Really excited about this. While everybody's waiting for the Nova Crypto Antelope workshop to be released, or just in general, whenever, I recommend people also checking out the Eden Tunnel number 34, where we discuss Camus with Gabriel. I just published shared a link in the Zoom chat. For some reason, it's not embedding. I'll fix that to make sure it embeds. But yeah, you can learn a lot more. Gabriel shared a great overview of the project, and really excited to see it. Encourage everybody to watch that and help support Gabriel when he has that Pomelo pitch and in whatever other ways possible. Looking forward to the interview. Thanks. Cool. So I think maybe the only person who has a Pomelo pitch that hasn't gone yet is Lenny. Lenny, are you interested in sharing a bit about your work at the recaps with us?
I can just say something. Actually, Noam, I gave him a little bit of briefer because Noam dove into the recaps here recently. Check out what it is. And just to, clarify a little bit, it's not an article. It's nothing bad. Those that have been in there, I actually put in on the chat.
You just muted yourself, Lenny. You're muted for the last 5 seconds.
Too many buttons everywhere. But anyway, so Noam and I clarified a little bit for him, because what recaps can probably mostly be likened to being an index, like an index. It's not supposed to give you information really. But the thing is, when we have a lot of floods of posts, let's talk Eden on EOS in December, for instance, who have a time to go through? Or maybe you have a week holiday, you come back. You don't want to go through thousands of messages. And the thing is, what it does is, that's an index, hashtagged links, and similarly to both regular features, so you don't have to search it, or if you don't know the website for it, or discussions. It was much more discussions originally when I started it up 2 years back, or no, a year and a half. And but the thing is, it's very difficult to stay neutral in discussions, because there's always someone who feels wronged, similar. So therefore, some of the discussions you see in a recap is actually the beginning of a very valuable discussion as I see it. But by doing only a few words back and forth, it might entice people to really go in and read it and so. So anyway, so that's it. There's no pitch or anything, but it's just a special kind of tool that can help some people. And obviously it does. I mean, I have about 50 people donating again, and I've been there for 3 terms now, and I appreciate it. It compensates me there, so I can take more time and try to make it better. That's it. But thank you, everyone who do donate. Of course, Patrick is always there, and I appreciate that too. He's a steady one. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Lenny, for all you're doing with recaps, as well as all the great guidance and wisdom and thoughts that you're sharing at these meetings, and also the labs too. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I think everybody does too. I will share the link to the recaps grant in the live chat where people can donate there. I encourage everybody to certainly support Lenny, and I'll also include the link to the Eden+Fractal recaps channel too. Encourage everybody to join. As Lenny was saying, they provide a great way for people to learn about what's going on in the Eden+Fractal community and also several other communities in a really quick and short way, and that's really helpful. It's really important to curate things, like, because not everybody has time to go to the full meetings and so forth, but curating it, super helpful. So thank you very much, Lenny. And there's something else I was going to say there, but I forgot to write a note about it, so I don't remember what it was, but I see Joe has his hands up. So Joe, thoughts?
Real quick, Gabriel, I DM you.
Sorry?
Jorge said he DM'd you, Gabriel.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask Gabriel if he had heard of CityDAO. They are also a land. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The CityDAO, interestingly enough, has had some internal politics, kind of like a coup in the DAO of one group trying to take control from the founders. That's pretty interesting, but yes, familiar-ish. And you know what? There are so many. There's Cabin DAO, and I'm not going to be able to remember. There's probably 20 projects that are in this kind of direction where people are looking to be more remote in their lifestyle, digital nomads, but places that people can feel like they're at home as they move around from time to time to different locations. So I'm hoping that somehow this project that I've got can be a part of that really astonishing network of projects that are better funded and more advanced than I am by a large mile. But it's the kind of thing. CityDAO, Cabin DAO, many others are doing really amazing work, and I think it's a very exciting space. For example, imagine if you guys were able to, on the basis of earning Camazot's token inflation or whatever, that you guys could have your flights and everything paid for to be able to come down to Mexico and visit and get together as one big physical happy family in the future. These kind of opportunities, I think, are going to be coming to us in the Web3 space. So yeah, exciting stuff. If you've got insight on CityDAO or any other land DAO kind of networks or projects, I'd love to talk about it, hear about it.
Sounds great. Thanks, Gabriel. Yeah, I've heard about CityDAO a bit. I've listened to a couple podcasts and really interesting project. See a lot of synergies there. Thank you, Joe, for the question as well. Got a heart from Rosemary. Very nice to see. Yeah, and I want to add too, well, first off, I also remembered what I was going to say about Lenny too, and a heart from Patrick. Thanks all for all the love and good times. I was going to add too a couple of things to add to show a bit about how Lenny's providing value. So for one thing, Patrick had mentioned during our breakout rooms that the videos sometimes take a while to be released, and I do a lot of work on editing those videos and producing them every week, and then also making the show notes and so forth. And sometimes it takes me a little while longer because by the time I share it, I want to have the show notes kind of more ready. But for the past, I don't know, 2 months or so, every week we've been, Lenny's been publishing the videos first and the recaps. So you can always find them there, and I encourage everybody to share them with friends and so forth. Lenny's been doing super helpful work, perhaps promoting Eden+Fractal more than anyone in some ways. I mean, I'm promoting it a huge amount, and Rosemary and many other people are as well. Patrick mentioning all the Antelope Workshop series, but Lenny's out there posting in Telegram groups every week, the Eden+Fractal recaps, going through it and sharing the videos and sharing everything. So that's super helpful and much appreciated, and that content curation is incredibly helpful to spread the word. I encourage everybody to share the recaps, share the show notes, help promote the community. We're getting to a point where we have a nice group here and we can start growing pretty soon. I mean, and start inviting way more people. I encourage everybody to invite more people now, but certainly we have a lot of our foundations built so we can have capacity to grow in like a really great way. So Lenny's doing great work, both curating and promoting and distributing it. So really appreciate that. Thanks so much, Lenny. And then I also wanted to mention another person who's doing amazing work too, and also helping to curate and spreading the word too. And that person is Rosemary. There's also many other people here too, of course, who are, but I want to give a little spotlight to Rosemary here. She joined, I think everybody knows by now, she joined something like 2 months ago, Patrick with the Heart. Yeah, so I love how she's contributed so much over the past 2 months. It's been a pleasure working with her. She did the Community Stories podcast, and she interviewed me. She's also going to be interviewing Eric, who she met at the Eden+Fractal, and Douglas. And I suppose I would love to see more interviews too, if other people at this community are interested in doing interviews with Rosemary. It was a terrific experience, and I love to do it. And then she did amazing work too with the Fractal Apple that I mentioned before. And I was a bit regretful that in our breakout rooms, I felt like Rosemary, she did such amazing work. So afterwards, I was like, man, I wish she got level 6 because she did such great work. But Vlad and Tadas were sharing their new tools, so I was really excited about that too. But I did vote for Rosemary above myself, even though I'm doing a lot too, obviously. But I just want to say thanks so much, Rosemary. And I think it's a testament to the great work that everybody's doing, that Rosemary does so much. And she got level 3 this week, but I encourage everybody to remember that in future weeks and respect Rosemary and Lenny and everybody who's doing great work. And yeah, I just want to just say thanks there. And then perhaps Rosemary, I know you haven't volunteered to raise your hand to go, anything like that, and maybe wants to raise their hand to go next. It'd also be great to hear from Sebastian too. I don't think you have a Pomelo pitch. I think you had one last season about making videos. So I'd love to hear a follow-up on that. Or Jace, I don't know if you have one, but perhaps if nobody wants to go next or is burning to go, then if Rosemary, you'd like to share a bit about your community stories or any thoughts about your Pomelo grant, or perhaps a bit about the Fractal Apple.
Yes. I mean, I did talk about it a bit yesterday during the Fractal Apple 3, the live stream that we did. That was the first one for me, so that was new and exciting, and I know there will be many more to come. And I kind of feel like finally I'm doing something that I truly love and I'm really passionate about. Like, I really like presenting, I like singing, also supporting goods and people who are hardworking and dedicated, and is the basis of something beautiful. Oh, I haven't used that word in a while. Wow, it just came out. And yes, I am as well helping in that, and not sure what will happen in the future, but I hope that stays, and I'm really thrilled to see the progress of this group too, and the weekly meetings that we do, and how it all it's kind of like an envelope that opens up, and then there's the hearts coming out. So it's coming to a really great destination. And a bit about community stories. It's a podcast show, interview type of content that I'll be interviewing people, great guests, and just discuss Web3 communities, development, and ways that we can collaborate better, so that less people feel alone or having a hard time finding a community themselves, and hopefully spread out cheer and love, because we do need to support good feelings and good energy and positivity, and kind of take away from sometimes like dark days by news that are going around. So we have to, as Jorge mentioned, we have to be united and we have to stay together. We have to be courageous and know that we can change things. So we do have all the power, and it's up to us to use it accordingly. That's it from me. Thank you for listening, and thanks everyone.
Thank you very much, Rosemary. Got hearts from Gabriel and me, and Das Clapton, heart from Vlad. Great to see. It looks like you made Jorge happy too.
That was a rain of hearts.
Lovely, lovely and beautiful too. It's good to say that word. Yeah, I also want to add to that too. It was great to hear you sing. You're a fantastic singer, so I encourage everybody just for that to check out for Rosemary singing too. And I also sing a couple of songs, and we also did some Irish accents too. I would recommend checking at the end, checking out Rosemary's Irish accent, quite good. And then yeah, also Rosemary, in addition to what Lenny and myself and several others are doing, help promote a lot of people in this community. If you watch, like I know she gave a great introduction for Patrick's grant and several other grants out there, so that's really helpful to be able to promote people in the community. And one other thing I'll also add too with community stories, in addition to being really fun, I think really super helpful and productive in so many ways. Well, one of the ways is that Rosemary provided a unique perspective that I think is really accessible for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people in the EOS community have been here for years and are quite in the weeds technical, but we need to grow the community with people who are new to the community or who don't really know much about EOS or Web3. And Rosemary was familiar with Web3, but didn't know about EOS at all like 2 months ago before she joined. And now she's very much leading by example and showing how with Eden+Fractal, meeting people, starting the podcast, doing the Fractal Apple show, raising funding on Pomelo. That's an awesome way to lead by example. And I think that she'll be inspiring many people to do similar things with Eden and Pomelo and so forth. So I wanted to share that. Sebastian also shared some great thoughts about it too. Sebastian helped share the community stories. So big thanks to Sebastian. And before we start recording, he shared some really inspiring thoughts. So we'd love to hear from Sebastian if you want to add anything. But I just want to encourage everybody to support Rosemary on Pomelo. It's great to also show an example of how somebody can contribute so much and then get funding too. So that can be very attractive for many people and help us grow the community with more talented people like Rosemary and everybody here. Also encourage everybody to fund everybody's grants too, Eden creators too. While we're at it, I can throw that one in there because doing a lot of good work. But anyway, thanks so much, Rosemary. And if anybody has any questions or thoughts that you want to share for anybody here, then I suppose feel free to jump in or raise your hand. Also, I'll say Joe had to go. He said he has to go, but thanks for all the great work going to the studio and working on a project. And he shared treeofwaterandpower.com. And he said, would love to hear your thoughts on it next week if you have a chance to check it out. And he gave a heart. So encourage everybody to check out treeofwaterandpower.com. I know he's working on some very interesting project. He shared a little bit about at the Aqueduct, which I also encourage people to join on Tuesday, that's 20 UTC. And he's working on, well, I don't know much about it, but it's some sort of way to generate energy, a proposal for mass manufacturable freestanding solar mounting system that can help improve energy and stuff. I don't know. Check out the website, and perhaps Joe can share a topic and explain more next week or just share it. Awesome. Thanks, Joe. And Jorge.
Yeah, thank you. I was thinking about Tara's project, and I think these projects are pretty valuable, but I find them a little underrated by the rest of the bigger EOS community. And part of the reason, I think, is because they are pretty difficult to understand. And the people that understand them the most are the people who are closest to them. For example, in this case, us. So I think developers in general are finding a hard time popularizing or marketing their projects and ideas. So I'd like to suggest for next season, probably we as a group can design a strategy in order to catapult, to leverage these kind of ideas that are hard to understand for the rest of the community, for the broader EOS ecosystem, and bring them to a higher level of financing. That's what I wanted to say.
I agree completely, Jorge. Thanks for sharing that. And let's definitely do that. Let's work together and collaborate to raise more funding. This season, and it's not just developers too. Like I know I've been just so busy just working on show notes and stuff like that, that I haven't had much time to raise promote it. I just finally got the promotion out yesterday. And just been super busy, just volunteering to try to make it great. But we need to raise funding to make this both more sustainable for everybody. I can only do it for so long without funding, and I need to raise more funding soon. Frankly, I feel like in general, the work that I've been doing at Eden Creators hasn't received nearly as much funding as the value we're creating. But I have to do a better job promoting my own grant as well as everybody's grant. And when we work together, we can help support our grants for everybody, especially developers who are more focused on heads down building and so forth, and people who can get out and share some community outreach for both Pomelo season and then also future too. Like there's lots of communities raising way more funding. Pomelo season has a couple $100,000, but there's lots of communities raising tens of millions of dollars or more, and we're doing profoundly helpful work for everybody, and it should be funded to do more for everybody in this community, to reward everybody in the community, and also to give us more power to create more good and spread these helpful fractal consensus processes. So thank you, Jorge, for those words, and looking forward to collaborating with you and everybody on that. Cool. So I see Rosemary shared a message in the chat. Yeah, Rosemary said she'd love to hear Joe present the idea next time. So I'll try to reach out to Joe, or if anybody can reach out to Joe. Oh, it's at top of the hour. Tadas said, thank you for the great meeting. See you next week. Thanks so much, Tadas. See you next week. Once again, encourage everybody to support Albedo and check out Pomelo, or check out Permanent. And Patrick saying publish at 15:30 UTC with all the guests. I'm guessing that's the Pomelo astronaut and all the other stuff they're doing with the Antelope Workshop. So definitely check out the Antelope Workshop. It'd be cool to hear if perhaps Sebastian, we haven't heard from you in a while, or I guess Vlad as well. You don't have a Pomelo pitch, but if you want to share anything you're working on, or Evgeny, you haven't shared your like US Russian pitch. You shared it last week, but if you'd like to share it again, then feel free to do so. I can also share a bit. I mean, I shared a little bit about what I was doing with Eden Creators, but I can share the pitch more. Also, I shared Rosemary's Pomelo grant in the first video with community stories in the live chat. So I recommend everybody check it out and share it to help spread the word. I'll also share the Fractal Apple in there a bit as well. Would anybody like to share any thoughts, or perhaps share their Pomelo grant or what they're working on next? By the way, I think we can maybe wrap it up in I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so, but happy to go longer if everybody wants.
Yeah, well, great projects so far. I don't know. I didn't have time to answer, but what exactly did you mean when you said what I said before the recording was started?
Oh, well, I mean, you said a bunch that was quite interesting, but I think what I was referring to there was I thank you for helping to spread the word about community stories, the new show. You shared a bunch of chats, inspired a bunch of interesting discussions. And then I think you were saying, perhaps I could have misremembered because I was also working on the show notes at the same time, but I think you're talking about how the show provided a different perspective, and it was like enjoyable to watch, and educational stuff like that. So that's what I was talking about there.
That was really great, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I agree. And by the way, Sebastian, while you're on, I know the last season you had some Pomelo pitch, I think, if I remember correctly, where you're doing like instructional videos about EOS, didn't it?
Yes, exactly, like YouTube shorts and so on. And also longer videos, like where we discussed like what happened since the launch of the ENF and Eden, because a friend of mine has a YouTube channel which has like a couple of thousand subscribers, so I didn't have to start from scratch there. And another person I knew from Nigeria has a TikTok account where we want to publish like YouTube short like videos about simple stuff like account creation or NFT creation that link to like our articles on your support, basically.
Awesome. Well, that's super helpful. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and the next I think we would like to do is like when the EVM is coming out, that we do like pitch sessions. That would be awesome as well for like projects who are migrating over to the EOS EVM, so that they can present their project and we can get in touch with them and support them and so on. That is a concept that I would really like. I'm really looking forward to. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, me too. I'm stoked for the EOS EVM. That's going to provide a huge amount of benefit for the EOS community and also empower us with a lot of helpful tools too. And then you word about pitch sessions too. One of the things that I really like about these pitch sessions is that we can also invite other people like who aren't familiar with Eden or Eden+Fractal to join and share their pitch. So I think that can be something too, in addition to what Jorge was saying about raising funding in a coordinated fashion for next Pomelo season. We could also invite lots of people to just, even if they never joined before, join and share their Pomelo pitches. And then also you mentioned EVM. We could potentially have EVM pitch sessions too, where, you know, invite people from the EVM builders to Eden+Fractal meetings to share what they're working on as well here.
Yeah, nice idea. I like it.
Great. And then one question. So you're doing that with EOS support. I thought last season you had your own like personal individual Pomelo grant. Is that correct? And then this season, do you still have that, or?
No, I didn't run again this season.
Okay.
Yeah, because I did these kind of videos before, like it's not really something I need a grant for. Like maybe if like the EVM pitch sessions work out fine, then I would probably do a Pomelo pitch on that, but that's still like in the planning phase. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, I would certainly support you. I'm going to support your support. You're doing excellent work along with Charles and Dario and everybody there. So I'll support that for sure. I encourage everybody to support EO support. And then also I'd encourage you to make your own personal grant too, because I'd love to support that as well. I think you're doing excellent work, Sebastian, and you have been for a long time. So I really appreciate that. Also, Sebastian's got some interviews like with Matthias and some other people too in the interview. So I'd love to see more of that video content that you're sharing. So really looking forward to that and hope to see more of it next season.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. I see Jorge had to go. He said, thanks everyone. See you on Telegram. And Lenny also said, need to slide away to do so quietly. So I made it a bit louder there, but great to hear from Lenny. And I suppose so far Patrick hasn't shared his. He shared it last, and he was kind of in a rush last season, or last week rather, because he was giving a interview with Jesse that we can all benefit from. So perhaps if Patrick wants to share, also Evgeny shared it towards the end, and maybe some people aren't familiar with what he's doing with the Russian EOS community and leading that in many ways. Perhaps if Evgeny would like to share, or Noam also hasn't spoken in a while. So if you wanted to share a bit of what you're doing, I don't think you have a Pomelo pitch, but if you want to share any thoughts about that, that would be cool. I see Patrick's on the camera right now, so maybe if Patrick, you'd like to share a bit more about MindWeb, or is there anything else you'd like to say? I know you shared it already, so you don't have to, but just suggesting while we're here, I'm also planning to, I guess, maybe I'll go last and just share a little bit about Eden Creators there. I can go sooner if people want, but if Patrick, you want to go and share a bit more about MindWeb, is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I can do very quick about MindWeb. You want to share the screen maybe for me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll pull it up in just a moment. And also, Evgeny, if we could hear from you, or also Jeza too, if you're interested. I know you joined the Eden Town Hall a few weeks ago and you shared EOS Mexico. So it's great hearing from you about the EOS Costa Rican grant. I don't know if you have a grant specifically, Jeza. I don't think you do. Sorry if I didn't ask earlier, but as far as I'm aware, you don't, but you've been working with the Spanish-speaking Fractal and the EOS Mexico. So if you'd like to just share more about what you're working on, or if there are any grants you want to help support more, Jeza, then it would be great to hear from you. And I suppose now, Patrick, I have the grant up. And I suppose also, because we have been going for over 2 hours now, Well, I don't want to cut anybody off, and so feel free to go longer than 2 minutes if you want, but let's just try to be fairly short because we still have maybe 4 or 5 people who haven't gone yet. So if we just take a couple or a few minutes each, then that'll make it so we won't be in front of the screen for too long and we can get to everybody. All right, Patrick, I have the screen shared, I think.
Yeah, if you can scroll down a little bit.
Okay, let me know when to stop. I'm just kind of giving an overview here.
Yeah, here, a little bit more up, maybe. Yeah. So basically what I do with MindWeb, I build online collaborative Web3 solutions. And in short, that's make MW3S, MindWeb3 solutions. That's for B2B companies on EOS and Antelope networks to analyze, explore your data and obtain insights thanks to interactive data analytic solutions combined with meaningful mind maps. And for this season 5, I have 5 deliverables. The first one is this MindWeb cockpit and on-chain EOS proof of stat. So this MindWeb cockpit that you see here, that's for the bees. But not only for the bees, it's for everyone into this community that want to follow the result of the campaign of the swarms on Twitter, because you have swarms and comments. And now the bees are doing 10 comments, 15 comments, then 20, 30, instead of 300 bees commenting. That will be more powerful. And into this cockpit dashboard, you can select the project source. For example, Pomelo, that is highlighted in yellow, you see. And you can choose the project source. So someone doing, for example, Eden+Fractal is doing a campaign that will be named project source Eden+Fractal will appearing. And then we will have the result of the campaign of Eden+Fractal. So I have used a lot the technology of the bees since the beginning. I am an early adopter of the bee swarms, and I have created this cockpit for that. And on this season, that will be on-chain. That means all the data that are into this cockpit will be on the EOS mainnet into a smart contract. Every time that there is a new campaign on the EOS on the Notion website of the bees, there will be also a new line into the smart contract behind this cockpit. So the cockpit is just for the people to go and don't be too much complex to onboard, but then there will be other modules built around. So the second deliverable, that's this MindWeb Pomelo collection amplified. I have begun on season 4 with that because the collections were appearing on Pomelo season 4. And I have received all those collection creators, and you have also the project grant owner into this mind map. So now, for example, Rosemary has sent me his collection. I will add to the mind map. I have received Shufan Chen on season 5, fantastic artist Shufan Chen with NFTs. She's also in. So, and you click on this branch and you arrive directly on Pomelo into the right collection. And you have a Pomelo season 5 with Daniel Keys explaining what is Pomelo for season 5. So if you scroll down, the third one is the transaction DeFi box checker service. It's, for example, in the context of the EOS bees, and not only for the EOS bees, that could be for every community that need that. You upload a CSV file with 2 columns. One column is the EOS account, and the second column is the blocks.io transaction that is pointing to DeFi box. And the tool, what it do, this tool, checker service, it check if the EOS account has really donated liquidity to DeFi box to check if this is the true. because everyone can say, yeah, I have give liquidity to a liquidity pool, and it's not the true. So that's make the check. And that's encourage, as an owner of your business, knowing this, you can reward your member accordingly. Because the bees, for example, they are incentivized to participating, to giving liquidity to USDT on DeFi box. Like this, they have a passive income. And MindWeb portal, this is just, I have mindweb.io already, the website, since a long time. But now I am organizing all the mind map and all the cockpit, all also Eden+Fractal. You see here we have Eden+Fractal, we have EOS Rant, EOS dApps, Alien World Fractal, Antelope Swiss Workshop, Pomelo Collection is also here, EOS Digest, that's this entry point mind map. So this MindWeb portal will be linked to mindweb.io when I have finished this portal, and it is in good progress. And the 5.1, very important for me, this is the MindWeb brainstorming activities. I made since 15 November last year until 28 February of this year, brainstorming session into Eden+Fractal, brainstorming activities. And we have stopped, I have decided to stop it, because I was thinking, okay, we have covered along with those brainstorming session activities, and we have to make a pause. And now what I am doing a Telegram bot for the MindWeb brainstorming activities. Like this, when we are into a session, that's 1 hour a brainstorming session, I want to maximize the time. And to maximize the time, I am developing a Telegram bot following the sociocracy with the clarification phase. Then the second phase that I forget every time the name is the reaction phase, voila, the objection phase and the implementation phase. And the cool thing, in parallelism, during the 1 hour, I am the proposer of a proposal, then Dan Sinjoy, Vlad, Tadas, or everyone is into the Telegram bot, and he can write what is his reaction. Everyone can write his reaction in parallel. Then there is the objection phase. Everyone can write in parallel until the 4th phase, that is implementation phase, or maybe until the 3rd phase, that is objection phase. And then the Telegram bot is collecting all the data, and it is sending that to the mind map automatically, and the mind map is generated automatically thanks to the Telegram bot. Like this, I am enjoying to do again the brainstorming session. Like this, that will be very powerful, and the 1 hour will be very well used. That's like a fractalgram, but a fractalgram for the brainstorming session. I am building that. That's my 5 deliverable for this season, and we are on season 5, and I am building that. So we will see at the end of this season, or coming next Pomelo collection, Pomelo season 6, if I have respected what I stated. And I thank you, every contributor. I am, if you scroll up, how many contributors? 56.
56.
Thank you very much for your donation. Until now, I have received a nice donation, and from a lot of people into the community. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And I stop here.
Sounds great. Thank you, Patrick. You're doing amazing work both with MindWeb and then also Nova Crypto too, which you have all the YouTube videos. That's in addition as well. I mean, Nova Crypto YouTube channel. I'd once again encourage you to make another grant for that, because it seems like 2 great things you're doing that are similar. But it's up to you if you want to have it all in one, of course.
Never.
But, okay, there we go.
Never. And
Never.
I will say why. Never. Because
okay.
I do that with all my heart, soul, and mind. I do that. I don't want to be paid for that. I love to educate, to do education. Since 2018, I have made 14 workshops in all, physical meetups also, into the Crypto Valley in Switzerland, Crypto Valley. I was in Malta AI Blockchain Summit. I was meeting the RoboSofia the creator of the robot Sophia. I was interviewing a lot of people, and I do that because I love to do that. I don't want to be paid for that. I am only paid through this grant, MindWeb, and all the funds are used to give to other projects. If you see my grant, I am the #2 donator on this season. And if you share the page again, you will see how many EOS I have give to every project. I have give 50 EOS to every project that I believe in and that I will collaborate with, or that I am already collaborating with. I am not donating just EOS like this, like a rabbit giving carrots, without to know that I will collaborate with the people. So I gave to Rosemary 50 EOS today again, and to Lenny again, because I want to collaborate with. All the people that I have giving EOS is because I want to collaborate with. It's not just to donate like this. So the only Pomelo grant that I will have until I die, that's MindWeb. That's my 5th season. And thanks to MindWeb, I was able to give to this Eden+Fractal donation, to this Eden+Fractal for the MSIG. Daniel Keys knows that very well, by the way. There is no secret. He knows that I have supported other projects on Pomelo, and it is not prohibited if you collaborate with those people, because if you donate just EOS, you are a sponsor, and that it's not very well perceived by Pomelo. But if you are giving and you collaborate with the people, that's great. I encourage everyone to do so, because if more people are giving EOS to others, that will let circulate more EOS, and we will not need to cry on the knees and pry and cry.
Yeah, for sure, Patrick. We're not going to cry on the knees. You don't have to keep them going. We're going to be smart about raising funding by providing value. But
yeah,
anyway,
ENF,
I appreciate it. I just had to jump in there.
It's not the solution for everything. ENF is not the solution for everything.
And we want to be independent of just the EOS Network Foundation. But with the tools we're building, this can help everybody. So everybody can help raise funding. So
donate to Eden+Fractal. What are you waiting?
Everybody
give
out
to
there.
Eden+Fractal.
Much appreciated.
I will give still today. I will give still today a surprise to Eden+Fractal, but that's a secret.
Sounds good, Patrick. We'll keep it here, and we're looking forward to seeing it. Also, Jay said he's working on personal research like EOS, what happened in the past few years. Everyone said he's sorry he had to go now, but thank you, exclamation point. And Jay is also looking into the microloans. That's cool. I suppose, I don't know if anybody else wants to share any Pomelo grants or anything they're working on. If Nomi want to share anything, that would be cool. If anybody has any thoughts, then feel free. We have been going for almost 3 hours now, and I have a little presentation shared to both feature some of the people who aren't here today, just briefly give some quick shout outs, and also promote the Eden Creators Grant. By the way, Patrick, I don't know if you missed it, but you had said that you supported everybody, and you said you supported me, but I didn't see that you gave anything to my Eden Creators Grant. Maybe I'm just misreading it. And you don't have to, of course, but I just noticed that. So
yeah, I have give 50 EOS already to your
okay. It's not showing on my screen. Maybe I'm just, but I see it for other people, but I don't see it for me. And I would really appreciate, I'm trying my best to promote everybody else in the community, because
don't worry, you will receive more. So
okay.
You will be very happy. You will be very happy today. Still, you will change your smile.
Sounds good.
You see, huh?
I am smiling now either way, because I'm excited. Yes, but I'm also very happy that you're supporting everybody else too, of course.
Rosemary is smiling very much.
And supporting Rosemary with an extra 50. Yeah. That's awesome. That's amazing. Thank you for supporting Rosemary and Das and everybody. Patrick, you're doing incredible work. Funding, being one of the biggest supporters, in addition to all the work you're doing with MindWeb and Nova Crypto, even though you'll never have separate grants for them, despite my opinion, but I respect that. And thanks, Patrick, for funding everybody and also sharing the smile. Wow. I'm happy to see Pat Novajoy. Saint Pat Novajoy is back, it sounds like.
Yeah, sometimes I am Pat Novabat, but I prefer to be Pat Novajoy for sure.
Yes, as do I. But Pat Novabat, he can, you got to have some superheroes sometimes. We're all heroes. That's something that Rosemary and I talked about a little bit, about stepping up to the adventure of your life and being a hero. So Pat Novajoy, as a hero in his way, and but I do prefer Pat over Joy more than Bat in many cases because he's more singing songs and stuff, and I really appreciate how you're singing songs. But anyway, and do you have any thoughts for Patrick about MindWeb? Thanks so much, Patrick. Really appreciate it so much. I can't express it. Really love what you're doing, and I highly encourage everybody to watch the videos on Nova Crypto and share it, and also all the cool 5 features that Patrick shared there, and also to be inspired by Patrick's example to help fund people as well. So thanks so much. Anybody have any thoughts? Or if not, then I'm ready to go into my presentation where I can give a little shout out to everybody else who's not here today, as well as a couple people too who didn't share their screens. I'll share their screens to show. I think Rosemary and Jorge didn't share their screens. Maybe no, Jorge did. But anyway, I'll just give an overview of some of the grants up there and also talk about Eden creators as well. But if anybody has any comments first or wants to ask questions or anything like that, then feel free. And if not, then I'll just go ahead and do it because I know we've all been here for a while and I'm excited to share these grants with y'all. Where am I at? Cool. Also encourage everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, Patrick, what were you saying?
No, that's just a little code between Rosemary and me. Rosemary, please. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Share with me. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. It's shared now.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, thank
I can't. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I will learn what she's sharing there. You're looking forward to it. Maybe I'll check.
You will see.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So looking forward to it. Patrick's full of surprises today, and apparently, Patrick's in cahoots with Rosemary now to surprise us with some wonderful surprise of some sort. I think. So it sounds good. Love to see the collaborations here at Eden+Fractal. I suppose I'll share my screen now, or is there anything else you want to add there, Patrick?
Let's go share your stuff.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So
the stuff in the galaxy.
Yes, I aim to make the best experience possible with the best stuff in the galaxy, best stuff in the universe, perhaps the cosmos, even bigger. Why not? So yeah, anyway, this is the Pomelo grant. I showed the picture before. I don't have the I suppose I should pick up the picture of the tweet actually. Here's a picture of Rosemary's tweet, but I'll pull up while I'm here. Once I recommend everybody to follow Rosemary while I'm here on Twitter. She's more recently starting to use Twitter. She also has a great YouTube channel and Instagram. So I encourage everybody to follow everybody on social media, as well as Gabriel and Patrick and Sebastian, everybody. But she was on there and she's pretty new to it. So I encourage everybody to go ahead and give her a follow and retweet. She's also been retweeting a lot of the other tweets. But yeah, the reason why I'm on Twitter right now is I just wanted to show this tweet here. I forgot to pull it up, but just once again to request that everybody support and thank everybody for supporting Eden+Fractal community members so far, and at pomelo.io/grant/Eden+Fractal or /collection/Eden+Fractal rather. You can review the grants that you saw here from Patrick. Also, huge shout out to Jesse and the Bees. They haven't been at the Eden+Fractal lately, but they've contributed greatly over the past 42 weeks. And Nicola's also been doing really helpful work at the Eden Town Hall each week. He's been really supporting the show and creating great stuff. The EOSBs, actually 2 or 3 weeks ago, Patrick and Nicola shared a great intro, an overview with some graphs showing how their swarms are really helpful for promoting EOS. And also Nicola's got the new, they have the new mini swarms too. So people can get like 10 or 20 like really smart bees to make comments for a much lower price. Also, Matthias, he's building a private protocol for transactions with Zeos. Privacy is really important. I did an interview with Matthias a while ago, and he's a genius, like a brilliant developer. He's also working closely with Vlad on the Zeos Fractal. So he's helped a lot here. So I encourage everybody to support Matthias. And we talked about Jorge and the recaps. Also, Marco, he shared a presentation last week with the recaps, but encourage everybody to support Marco. Big shout out to Marco for everything he's doing with W3Briefs.com. And of course, you can read all these, but I'm just going to go pretty quickly. I'll get to Eden Creators in a moment. EOS Turkey YouTube channel, we have Recep and also Ugel, who's joined and helped promote EOS in the Turkish community. They get quite a lot of viewership and spreading the word really well. So he's joined, I don't know, Recep's probably joined 10 meetings or so and shared a lot of inspiring and helpful thoughts. So encourage everybody to support them. And also Pascal, he's doing great work with the Equal de Consensus de Blockchain, and also with Thiago Ritu. He's been posting a lot of great messages about social media and Web3 in the Eden+Fractal Telegram group. Evgeny had to go a bit. You can catch his presentation from last week about the EOS community. He's organizing Telegram groups, or not just organizing, but also hosting them, and YouTube videos. And he's doing excellent work with, in addition to Jorge and the Spanish Fractal, spreading it globally, spreading what we're doing globally. And Rosemary gave a presentation about community stories. There's also a few other too, so Vlad didn't put up the CTF again, but encourage everybody to watch his interview with Patrick recently and support CTF. And then I'll mention a bit about Creator Talk and Eden Town Hall momentarily. First, I also wanted to share, because Rosemary didn't share it, so I pulled up a couple links just so people can see some visuals. I showed it before in the end, but I just want to make sure it was great that we shared Patrick, somebody else's. So here is the Pomelo Grant for Community Stories, an exciting new show that aims to change the perception about Web3 and bring people into the space. And you can learn a lot more about Rosemary here. Of course, feel free to jump in, and you already gave your pitch. I encourage everybody to watch last week's about Rosemary's Pomelo pitch, but just wanted to show it to everybody in case you didn't see that one. You have a visual cue about what she's talking about with her about her community stories grant, and also an interview on the Eden Creators YouTube channel, where she did a great job editing it, and then also asked really interesting questions that were really inspired, really insightful discussion, and it was really fun too. So it's awesome how she's leading the way in that way. I wanted to show you a bit about it, as well as the work that we did in Fractal Apple. Once again, this was such a fun show, and I think really helpful for the community and all communities, and we told a great story. And so it was a huge pleasure working with Rosemary, and she, it was an amazing collaboration, and excited to do many more. So I encourage everybody to retweet those tweets. Also check out the videos where we did some singing and promoted all the different grants like Albedo and MindWeb and so forth. Patrick, if you haven't seen it, Rosemary gave quite a good detailed pitch for MindWeb, which is great to see, and it's great to see all the comments too. So shout out to Jorge and Jayza and everybody for being in the comments here. And yeah, so encourage everybody to donate and support all the contributors. Also, of course, just one EOS can help. A heart from Patrick, thank you very much. But then also just also being here is a huge contribution too, and sharing media and helping to promote and sharing your thoughts and so forth. Like, for example, Rosemary's been retweeting the Eden Creators retweets, which I really appreciate, as well as putting up tweets up there. So any way people can help spread the word about what we're doing here, help raise a little bit of funds here and there and so forth, and help tell great stories, these are all super helpful for the community too. So really appreciate it. And lastly, I mean, feel free to jump in. Patrick's shaking his head. I don't know why Patrick's shaking his head. Feel free to jump in if anyone wants to share any thoughts. I'm going to just share a bit about Eden Creators now, as well as Eden Town Hall and Creator Talk. But if anybody has any comments about that, maybe I'll pause for a moment and see if anyone wants to jump in. Looks like maybe not. Maybe Patrick was shaking his head about something else, and I'll just go ahead.
Rosemary 123 123, if you can share, not in Zoom here because it's not working. 123 123 123.
Received.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and it gets more and more interesting. Let's see what happens. I suppose I'll just wait to learn, unless you want to share more details. But anyway, I'll proceed. So anyway, I want to share Eden Creators. So I am working like 80 hours a week probably, and doing it. I've been doing this for over a year, for several years, but especially over the past year, especially with Eden+Fractal, to help communities cooperate with consensus games. And I received funding when I was working with EOS Nation, hosting the Hot Sauce and writing the Everything EOS Weekly Report, and working with Bywire and some other companies. But I have been basically volunteering without any income for, I don't know, many months now. And I'm doing it because I really love the community and what we're doing here. And I haven't really had a chance to promote it very much because I've been so busy working on it, but I really appreciate 28 people contributed. So that's super cool, and that'll be really helpful. And also looking forward to raising more funding in the future by telling great stories. So basically, Eden Creators, people here, if I've seen it or if people watching the video, then I won't go too into detail. I also shared a bit of a presentation last week, but encourage everybody to check out EdenCreators.com. I'm also planning some exciting refinements, and check out the videos and the Garden for blog and events that I'm hosting, such as Eden+Fractal and the Eden Town Hall every Sunday at 16 UTC. And then yeah, you can check out videos with all sorts of playlists. I'll also organize this better in the future, but right now you can already see how I have this vision to help communities cooperate with decentralized autonomous movie studios and make great videos from what we're doing to curate and promote everybody in the community, help people raise more funds for great purposes. And yeah, you can read more over here about lots of different articles and things I'm doing and hosting events with Eden Creators. Also, a big thanks to Rosemary for helping to create content on the Eden Creators channel. And then also Patrick said he's going to have a song premiering on the Eden Creators channel too. So if anybody wants to debut some music or collaborate, also the software that Rosemary and I used for live streaming yesterday can invite more people. So I'd love to help continue making Eden Creators into more of a platform that helps support everybody in the community and help support public goods and so forth. In addition to the to yesterday's Fractal Apple, I also have another video here where you can learn a bit more about Eden Creators, as well as all throughout here and on the Eden Creators YouTube channel, which I suppose I can just briefly open up. So if you haven't seen it yet, I encourage everybody to subscribe on Eden Creators, as well as follow and retweet on Twitter and everywhere else. But yeah, you can check out the most recent community stories and the Eden Fractal videos. Spend a lot of time each week editing, publishing these, and also just communicating like with many members in the community, working to raise funding, working to curate tools and so forth. So much more that I can really show here. But just to give a high-level overview, encourage everybody to share with friends. I think what we're doing is super helpful, and the more we share, the better. Also, Eden Town Hall and Creator Talk did not get accepted or approved this season because the Pomelo team said that they were within the scope of Eden+Fractal, of Eden Creators, because I had written Town Hall and Creator Talk in here, which personally, I feel like they should have approved it because it's doing profoundly helpful public goods, and I haven't had a chance to raise much funding for sustainability. But anyway, people can check out the Town Hall and support Eden Creators Pomelo Grant to be able to support what I'm doing here, as well as many other great builders. I've been hosting town halls for the past 42 weeks or so, and we have a bunch of great shows. You can learn more at edentownhall.com and edentownhall.com/episodes, where you can check out a lot of the great episodes like we did with Gabriel for Camazotes, and Patrick's also been a huge supporter as well of the town halls. So thanks so much. And yeah, basically with more funding, I could be able to curate so much more, be able to get videos out quicker for both Eden Town Hall, Eden+Fractal, Fractal Apple, all these. And then we could use these brands that we're building. Like that's one of the things I'm kind of trying to do, build the foundations with brands like Fractal Apple and Town Hall and Eden+Fractal and so forth. And then be able to grow funding to hire more people, incentivize people to help more, and reward people for helping more. And then when we do that, we can do so much more good. So that's that there. And I also put up the, you can check out edentownhall.com/episodes to see some of our recent episodes about dams and degovs and making the world better through art, and also Creator Talk as well, which is a new podcast that I'll be sharing much more about soon. You can check out the first episode that I did with Das about the Eden+Fractal process here, and learn a bit more about me and Eden+Fractal and Das and so forth there. I know this has been kind of a longer presentation, but I'm really doing so much, and I wanted to share with everybody and get the word out there, because raising funding is both really important for both me and then everybody in the Eden+Fractal community who's doing super helpful work. So thanks so much, everybody. Thanks so much for the donations. Thanks, Patrick, for the heart. Thanks so much for the donations, both for Eden+Fractal, for Eden Creators, and everybody else's grants here. Big shout out once again to everybody, and thanks also for being here on the Eden+Fractal meeting with us and supporting us in all kinds of ways. And I'm really excited and thrilled for the future that we'll all share together and all the awesome things we'll create. So thank you. Thank you.
Let's enjoy. You can share your screen again on your Pomelo grant. And how is it your smile currently? You don't smile a lot. You don't smile a lot.
I do smile, I think, but okay.
Go in your grants now.
Okay, you want me to share my screen too?
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay.
Rosemary, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm wondering 1, 2, 3. What's going on here. Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Patrick's counting a lot. Okay, I'll go to Eden Creators.
Yeah,
okay.
I can count until 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, wow. 4. He said another one. Okay. And all right, what should I do now? I'm on the I share my screen, Eden Creators grant. Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I do anything? I'm thinking maybe I should refresh it, maybe, or I don't know. Is there anything particular you want me to do here?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Share.
Share what?
The contributors of your grant.
Okay. I'll scroll down to contributors.
Scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down.
Cool. Sounds good. 200 EOS. That's amazing, Patrick.
The Pomelo astronaut.
the Pomelo astronaut himself, Nova Crypto. Interview coming out with Martin Brower talking about Pomelo astronauts tomorrow. Thanks so much, Patrick. That's amazing, super helpful, and super kind of you. You
You're
didn't need to do
welcome.
that. I remember you. Thank you very much, Patrick.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
You deserve with all what you are doing. You deserve for your show to be funded, because that's your creation. For that, you are on Pomelo, and that's deserved. Yeah.
Well,
1, 2, 3. Big smile.
Big smile. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Patrick. I really appreciate it. You're doing such helpful work. I really appreciate you supporting me, as well as the extra for Rosemary and for Tadas and everybody. So Jorge, thank you so much, Patrick. That's very kind of you and super, super helpful. And you just continue to do great things. So thank you so much, Patrick. And that also boosts my, I think if I refresh too, then I can
you see how it changed when you receive a donation on Pomelo?
It went up quite a bit. Yes, it did.
That's juicy. After you are, I don't know, you feel better, huh?
I do feel better, and that's very
and
helpful.
5 minutes before you are a bastard. No, you are not a bastard. No.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, thanks so much, Pat. I still don't know exactly what Rosemary was doing. I don't know if that's the same thing.
No, Rosemary was just sharing with me some codes, secret code, Pomelo secret code to donate to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, thank you once again, Patrick.
But we were not working very well in Zoom. Zoom has some problems sometimes. We don't see the messages. She sent me a lot of messages, but that I don't receive in Zoom. So don't use Zoom to send your message. Send the message in Telegram or in Discord, but never in Zoom. Because those messages, by the way, you don't know maybe where they go. They are maybe intercepted by, who knows, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Now we know. It must be CAC himself. Just joking. Yeah, Zoom chat. I've also noticed that doesn't work all the time. So I encourage.
Oh, Vlad is maybe recepting our message and he put that into a smart contract. Vlad.
That's it. Vlad got us.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything on chain.
That's an example of more to work with WebRTC, peer-to-peer chat video soon. And not use anymore this Zoom into Eden+Fractal. That would be very well if we can use soon peer-to-peer chat between us. More secure, more, yeah. But we will see.
Yes, and that's
Dan has a lot of to think about. We have a lot of to think about. Not only Dan.
That's correct.
Big smile, Dan.
Big smile. Thank you so much, Patrick. That was a wonderful surprise too, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Wonderful today for the Pomelo. That's a wonderful day.
It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
To receive the funds and give the funds to the people. I could also go with the Irish accent too, as Rosemary.
That's more joyful to receive funds than to give funds. No, that's a pleasure to give funds, because by giving, you are also receiving. So,
yes,
give something, then you will receive also.
Give to receive.
It's
1, 2, 3.
What's that?
1, 2, 3. Give to receive.
Huh? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Give to receive. 1, 2, 3. Give to receive. That's my microphone. So we have the same microphone, by the way.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks to 1, 2, 3 today to have collaborated with 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Eden+Fractal, the only place where you can collaborate with 1, 2, 3 in this way.
Yeah, because 1 + 1 = 3. No.
That's right. More equal animals. Yep.
No, I don't think about more equal animal.
The sum of the parts is greater than the whole.
Yeah, but that's not more equal animal. That's a law of the universe. That's 1 + 1 = 3.
It's all good. But I do encourage everybody to look at more
but I respect more equal animal, attention. Oh, sorry, I am not read the entire book. So I am not the right to be here. because
That's
I'm
okay.
not.
You certainly have a right to be here. Everybody has everybody can join, and it's a great way to learn. But I do encourage you too to listen to the audio too. We spoke about that a bit. It's a lot easier to listen. So excellent.
In the car, I read to the book. It was a great experience. Where is Perry, by the way? And shout out to him.
I don't know. Shout out to Perry. Yeah. Shout out to D News. I haven't seen him though. I don't know where he is.
Shout out to Perry.
This is in Perry's honor. If I had a not a bot hat, then I'd put it on too.
We can. And you know what?
Yes, the Dr. Evil.
When you will see,
Rosemary, you're muted. You said something there.
When you will see the update with Jesse Jaffe tomorrow, that's about Mini Swarm. He has chosen the name
Mini Swarm.
Mini Swarm. And I was into the episode like doing a joke like this, but I have cut it. No, because I was thinking about mini-me, but
right. Also, shout out to you, Patrick, too. At the end of the last week's EOS Fireside Chat, we had a great speed dating session where we shared Pomelo pitches, and then Patrick he's been doing a lot, but I think this week was the biggest. Patrick went on and on with Perry was there sharing all these mini-me pictures, and Patrick was singing for everybody for like a half hour, singing and telling jokes. I saw Rosemary shared a picture of a cat that was pretty funny too, as well as many other people. So thank you, Patrick, in addition for the funding, in addition to all the great work, also sharing the smiles and the laughs and all the fun stuff. Patrick got the hat again too. Are we going to do a hat party to close this out too? Also, Gabriel, Gnome, Sebastian, Vlad, Rosemary, is there anything else you want to share? I feel like Patrick and I have been speaking a lot, but if anything you want to add before we wrap it up, then it would be cool to hear from you. Thanks once again, Gabriel, for joining. Great to see you and great to hear what your progress you're making. And also, my background's a little bit similar to yours too. So, but
beautiful background, by the way.
Actually real though. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yes. And for Gabriel too. Nice.
And
nice
Gabriel, that's a real background. A real. He's into the jungle of 45 hectares. You see the jungle behind? And that's the raining season in Mexico, the raining season. That's not, it's like in Colombia a little bit, the raining season. I love this place. We were discussing into the workshop, beautiful that we shared there. That's not the same sky, not the same sun. And Gabriel is sleeping well when he is there. He's dreaming better also, right? So
yes.
we can conclude, I think, with a nice song of the jungle.
Let's do it. Also, check out the Camisodes YouTube channel. Gabriel's been sharing great updates. I saw just a new one a couple week ago or so. So check it out to see more of the jungle. And also, maybe we'll see Patrick acting like a monkey out there again too. That was a good voice. Ooh, but anyway, we probably should wrap it up because we've been going for over 3 hours. I want to be respectful of everybody's time. I think we're ready probably to wrap it up. Are we ready?
Pat Nova Joy is ready, and Dancing Joy, are you ready?
Dancing Joy ready.
1, 2, 3, are you ready?
Else?
1, 2, 3, are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3 is ready.
I think 1, 2, 3 is ready to shine now. For something that 1, 2, 3 is quite familiar with, if you all remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Any final thoughts before we go into 1, 2, 3?
No objection.
No objection.
I am in the sociocracy, so objection phase, okay. Clarification, okay.
Reaction,
okay.
Objection.
Implementation, okay.
Integration.
So, okay. So
that's it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we love Eden+Fractal.
Yes, we do.
Because it's the same place every week where we share the goodness into this ecosystem. We are Eden+Fractal, one voice for everyone that is coming every week here. Ooh. We share the good, only the good, and only the good vibes. We are Eden+Fractal. You have to join us every week. Yeah, baby. Amen. So now,
you don't have to, but it's
3, 2, 1, 0, we
Thank
say.
you for the beautiful rendition, Patrick.
Go Eden+Fractal.
Go Eden+Fractal. Gnome here. Gnome's back. Great to see you, Gnome. Also, once again, with the orbit.
It's the 1, 2, 3, 4 is with us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Pat Nova Joy is ready. And Dancing Joy is ready. Vlad Joy is ready. Sebastian Joy ready. And Gabriel Joy ready. So now countdown. But for
Yes.
that, you have to raise your hand. Maybe Noam, you have to raise the left hand because you have the right hand.
He's already raised one hand, but yes, he can raise both the hands. There we go.
Okay.
Cool. Is everybody ready for? How do we go?
Okay.
4, 2, 1 here.
So, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. We go.
Oh yeah, I missed 3 there. Yes. 4.
4.
3.
3, 2,
2,
1, 0.
Go.
Go.
Go, 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 go.
Bad. Go, 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 go,
Go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go,
go. Let's go. Go. Fractal.
Go Eden+Fractal.
2, 1, 0. Go Eden+Fractal, Vlad. Go Eden+Fractal.
Go Eden+Fractal. I don't know if they heard that yet, Patrick.
Vlad is no more here.
By now.
Vlad is no more here. Yeah.
No, Vlad's here. He said go, 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 go. But anyway, thanks everybody
by
so
the
much
way,
for...
Vlad is the man of the block. Always go. Let's go.
And
Okay. I gotta go.
okay, thanks, Noam. I think we could all sign off now. Thank you so much, Noam, for everything and all the joy and everything. And thanks everybody here for the great meeting. Thanks everybody for watching. And we'll be here again next week, 15:30 UTC, starting at 16 UTC with the games. That's when the games begin. Thanks everybody so much, and see you. Go Eden+Fractal, go Pomelo, and help support public goods creators.
Go.
Go. Bye.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Go Eden+Fractal. Bye everybody. See you.
Go Eden+Fractal. Bye.